the Hassan Miraz. So I won't say they're a depleted side, but at the moment I think they're in the process of rebuilding. They haven't got a batsman like Shahriar Nafis or a few others. Tamim Iqbal is not at the top of his form. Here is the first ball coming up. And Shan Masood just tucks it away onto the onside and the batsman go through for a single. So Pakistan are off the mark.
शान मसूद इज ऑफ स्ट्राइक आफ्टर द फर्स्ट बॉल पहली बॉल के बाद और पिंडी क्रिकेट स्टेडियम के जो जहां पे जितने मैच खेले गए हैं विदाउट गेटिंग इनटू द एग्जैक्ट फिगर्स आई थिंक 320 325 के करीब पहली इनिंग का एवरेज स्कोर रहा है जैसे कि आपने कहा यहां बड़े रन्स भी बने हैं और यहां की विकेट ज्यादातर सपोर्टिंग ही होती है अब हम देख रहे हैं आबिद अली तैयार होते हुए फार एंड से पवेलियन एंड से बॉलिंग का सामना करेंगे अभी तक अपनी 4 इनिंग्स में से 2 सेंचुरियां बना चुके हैं पहले 3 टेस्ट मैचों में आबिद अली 174 उनका बेहतरीन स्कोर है और 2 टेस्ट सेंचुरियां उनके नाम 58 की एवरेज
Ibadat is the bowler. That's how I pronounce it. I'm not quite sure whether it's Ibadat or not, but it is Ibadat, I think. Very nice name. Ibadat coming in now from the pavilion end, passes umpire Gaffney and bowls outside the off stump. And Abid Ali bat high in the air, lets it go through to the wicket keeper. It is collected by, should be Litton Das who's behind the stumps because they have 2 wicket keepers. Mithun can keep wickets, so can Litton Das, but I think he is the one who's the first choice. And of course Mushraqur Rahim who's their main wicket keeper, he's not on tour. I mean, there is no, some people say that you can't play 2 or 3 wicket keepers in a side. That's not on. But Litton Kumar Das is the wicket keeper here. There are teams who have played more than 2 wicket keepers. That's a lovely delivery from Ibadat outside the off stump. And as I think he was beaten there. He'll say I left it alone, but I think that ball just a bit outside the off stump, curling a bit. 1 for no loss. We are in the first over. In fact, Sri Lanka played Sangakkara and one of the other wicket keepers like Prasanna Jayawardena or 1 or 2 others in the same side. In Test cricket, I'm saying. England have played Josh Butler as well as Johnny Bairstow.
More recently, yes.
So in comes Ibadat again and bowls to Abid Ali. Abid Ali covers up, pushes out onto the offside, trickles away towards wideish mid-off where it is fielded. So there is no hard and fast rule. I'm saying in terms of that, it's always said that either Sarfaraz Ahmed of Pakistan, he can play as a wicket keeper, and if there is another wicket keeper, he will have to sit out. That argument doesn't cut much ice with me.
बिल्कुल, as long as अगर एक शोबे में वो महारत रखते हैं और अपनी टीम में जगह बना सकते हैं तो इसमें कोई हर्ज नहीं लेकिन अभी तक इबादत ने अच्छी बॉल की, काफी पेसी बॉलर लग रहे हैं। एक मरतबा फिर अंपायर के पास से गुजरे, आगे गिरी हुई गेंद थी, आबिद अली ने एंगल बैट के साथ खेल दिया, इसे बैकवर्ड पॉइंट पर कोई रन नहीं।
Pakistan's 1 for no loss is the leg by which Shan Masood tried to play on the onside. The first delivery, he got it off the pad and it was a leg by. So still a maiden over going for Ibadat.
इबादत तवील कामत बॉलर हैं और अभी तक अच्छी लाइन पे उन्होंने बॉल किए हैं और पहला गेंद जो था उनको काफी आगे गिरा हुआ था आबिद के लिए, काफी हाइट पकड़ी बॉल ने, एक मरतबा फिर आए गेंद की उन्होंने, इस मरतबा काफी बाहर से ज्यादा बाउंस नहीं हुई और पहले ओवर का इख्तिताम हुआ। पाकिस्तान एक बगैर किसी नुकसान के मिडन ओवर इबादत हुसैन का, पाकिस्तान का रन आया लेग बाय के जरिए।
I'm not quite sure about the numbers on the back of the shirts of the players, whether it is an ICC regulation or not, but at the moment it seems that the Bangladeshis have not followed that, unless of course some are wearing sweaters.
Yes.
But are they all wearing? But I can't see anyone with any number. For example, is there somebody with a number?
Yes, Ibadat Hussain is just putting on his
sweater. He hasn't got a number, has he?
He has.
He has? Okay. Good, and I'm sure. Is he wearing a sweater?
Yes, Abu
Yes, so they're all wearing sweaters, I know that, because the sweaters here, these days are the same color as the shirts.
Yeah, this is...
But I think the sweaters should be numbered as well. Otherwise, you can pick up someone else's sweater and walk off with it.
Is Abu Jaid, by the looks of it, from the media center end. Right arm round the wicket. और शान मसूद उनका सामना करेंगे. उनको सिर्फ 2 स्लिप दी हैं कप्तान मोमिन उल हक ने. 2 स्लिप, गली, बैकवर्ड पॉइंट, एक्स्ट्रा कवर मिड ऑफ और 3 फील्डर ऑन साइड पे, फाइन लेग, मिड विकेट और मिड ऑन. कप्तान मोमिन उल हक जो पहले मिड ऑन पे फील्डिंग कर रहे थे वो अब चले गए हैं मिड विकेट पे और इबादत हुसैन आए हैं मिड ऑन पर. शान मसूद तैयार हो रहे हैं.
Abu Jaid coming in large, ball to Shan Masood. Up to the wicket, balls to Shan, and Shan this time tucks him away. This time he's got it off the bat. Goes towards a square leg, deepest square leg, where the full fielder runs round from a closer position, picks up, throws in, and those are first rounds of the bat. Shan not out, 1 extra, 2 without loss.
शान मसूद को बॉडी पे गेंद मिली और बड़े आराम से उन्होंने उसको ऑन साइड पर खेल के अपनी इनिंग्स का आगाज किया. लेफ्ट हैंडेड शान मसूद जो कि श्रीलंका के खिलाफ कराची टेस्ट से पहले काफी प्रेशर में थे टीम में अपनी जगह के लिए, लेकिन वहां पे उन्होंने एक शानदार सेंचुरी बनाई और अपने आप को एस्टेब्लिश किया दोबारा. इमाम उल हक पाकिस्तान टीम के रिजर्व्स में हैं और ओपनिंग स्लॉट के लिए काफी कंपटीशन है और देखना होगा कि शान अपनी इस फॉर्म को किस तरह बरकरार रखते हैं कि क्योंकि ये सिर्फ टेस्ट मैच क्रिकेट खेलते हैं, वाइट बॉल क्रिकेट नहीं खेलते और पाकिस्तान साल में चंद ही टेस्ट मैच खेलता है, तो इसलिए इनका ये जॉब इनकी काफी मुश्किल है और इनको कंसिस्टेंटली स्कोर करना होगा अपनी जगह बरकरार रखने के लिए.
खेलते ही नहीं खिलाए जाते.
with home cricket coming, hopefully it's going to change, but okay, we will see. और आबिद अली आउट. ऑफ स्टंप के बाहर फ्लैश किया उन्होंने, बाहरी किनारा लगा और एक आसान कैच लिटन दास के पास. आबिद अली बगैर कोई रन बनाए आउट हो गए और बांग्लादेश को पहली कामयाबी.
So this doesn't seem to be the best of test matches, at least for 3 opening batsmen. Abid Ali just out for a duck, and earlier on Sam Hussain was out for a duck in the Bangladesh innings, and Ravi Maswar was out for 3. So 3 opening batsmen have got a total of 3 runs so far. This ball was outside the off stump. He nibbled at it. He tried to flash it, and that was that. The first wicket gone, and Bangladesh have struck early. Shan Masood is not out, and Abid Ali caught Liton Das, bowled Abu Jaid for a duck. So what a great level of this game of cricket is. And I'm not going to use that cliche, should I use it, that today's heroes are tomorrow's zeros, but that is it, you see. He was a century maker in the last test match. What was being expected of him? Same ground, same atmosphere, and here he goes away in the first over.
To be honest, it has to be said that Abid Ali has been here before. He scored 100 on his ODI debut and a duck in the very next one. So,
he likes doing that.
लेकिन यहाँ पे देखना होगा एक्स्ट्रा बाउंस था जिसकी वजह से वो बीट हुए. आबिद अली बॉल बाहर जरूर था और हल्की सी मूवमेंट भी हुई, लेकिन जो चीज उन्हें डिफीट कर गई वो एक्स्ट्रा बाउंस था क्योंकि बॉल ज्यादा उठा और बल्ले के ऊपरी किनारे को लगता हुआ विकेट कीपर के पास गया. तो नए बॉल का अच्छा इस्तेमाल है और अगर राइट एरिया से बॉल करेंगे तो पाकिस्तान के स्ट्राइक खिलाड़ियों को मुश्किलात में डाल सकते हैं बांग्लादेश की नए बॉल.
Azhar Ali, the new man in, the captain of Pakistan, he's played well. Azhar Ali, 78 matches, 147 innings, almost 6,000 runs, 5,885 runs in test match cricket. He's been a great servant of Pakistan cricket. In fact, believe it or not, before the test match in Rawalpindi, he had played all his test matches abroad, outside Pakistan. In comes Abu Jaid and bowls outside the off stump. Azhar Ali bat high in the air, lets it go through to the wicket keeper. Imagine scoring almost 5,000 runs in so many test matches and all abroad. He made his debut in England, if I remember right.
2010 जी बिल्कुल. और जनरेशन ऑफ जो पाकिस्तान की क्रिकेट की तकरीबन एक जनरेशन ऐसी रही है जिन्होंने they played all their cricket overseas.
In fact, the entire team which played the first test match had not played in Pakistan before.
बिल्कुल.
Outside the off stump, the next delivery from Abu Jaid, and Azhar Ali lets it go through to the wicketkeeper. Bat high in the air. Very stylish, Azhar Ali. I like watching Azhar Ali in full flow. He's a bit of a tentative starter. He has his own style. He's cool in temperament. He's soft-spoken, well-mannered. He has an intelligent brain. Facing up now to Abu Jaid, who comes in, bowls to Azhar outside the off stump. Azhar just very gently, soft touch, drives it out into the covers where it is fielded. Azhar has had his ups and downs. He's sort of been captain. He's been taken off the captainship. And then, of course, now he's been brought back into being the test captain for Pakistan after the departure from that post of Sarfaraz Ahmed. 3 slips a gully, point to cover and a mid-off on the offside, a mid-on, and who else is there? Long leg. Only 2 men on the onside. Good delivery from Ibadat. And it moved a bit. Started off from somewhere just a bit outside the off stump, dug in a bit, and it was well played by Azhar Ali on to mid-wicket. The end of the over, 2 for 1 Pakistan after 2 overs.
अच्छा स्टार्ट था अबू जायद का, बहुत ही अच्छा ओवर उन्होंने कराया. आबिद अली की विकेट पे उन्हें एक्स्ट्रा बाउंस मिला, लेकिन उसके बाद हमने देखा कि अजहर अली को जो उन्होंने बॉल किए वो ज्यादा बाउंस नहीं हुए. इज इट द अर्ली साइन ऑफ सम वेरिएबल बाउंस ऑन द सेकंड डे, या आगे चल के देखना होगा. लेकिन ओवर का अच्छा इख्तिताम किया अबू जायद ने. इन स्विंग बॉल को अंदर लेकर आए और अजहर अली को जल्दी पर मजबूर किया. अबू जायद इंडिया के खिलाफ खेले गए टेस्ट मैचों में काफी अच्छी उन्होंने परफॉर्मेंस दी. हालांकि इंडिया के सिर्फ 6 ही खिलाड़ी आउट हुए थे दूसरे टेस्ट में, लेकिन उसमें से 4 विकेटें अबू जायद ने ली थी और उसमें विराट कोहली की विकेट भी शामिल थी. नए ओवर के लिए इबादत हुसैन, अच्छी गेंद थी, गुड लेग पे गिरी हुई गेंद. शान मसूद ने उसे वापस बॉलर की जानिब खेल दिया, कोई रन नहीं.
Shan Masood always looks to be probing at something. He's not a fluent starter of the innings. He's not flamboyant. Once he gets going, he's all right. But and that is the problem. Has been his life so far in Test cricket, in and out. At times he was selected, at times he was dropped, and then comes back, scores 100 or 2. And there it is. The next one outside the off stump, left alone, taken by the wicketkeeper Liton Das. There's no run. 3 slips a gully. Point to cover. Is the offside field? Is there a third man? No, there isn't. There's a ball boy who's outside the 30 yards, or outside the boundary line, but he's also wearing white, so we can confuse him. On the onside, a mid-on, squarish mid-wicket and a long leg.
इबादत हुसैन पवेलियन एंड से आए अंपायर के पास से गुजरे गेंद की. शान मसूद को पीछे गिरी हुई गेंद बैकफुट पर गैप में खेल दिया ऑफ साइड में और 1 रन हासिल किया शान मसूद ने. शान मसूद के बारे में बताते चले कि इंग्लैंड की लफ्रा यूनिवर्सिटी से उन्होंने ग्रेजुएशन की और काफी इंटेलिजेंट क्रिकेटर माने जाते हैं, काफी सुपर फिट भी माने जाते हैं, बहुत ही ज्यादा मेहनती हैं. लेकिन जैसे चिश्ती साहब ने कहा कि उनका कैरियर जो है स्टॉप स्टार्ट कैरियर अभी तक रहा है और 30 के पेटे में दाखिल हो चुके हैं. अब यहाँ से उनको अपनी जो डेस्टिनी है उसका तयन करना होगा और अपनी जो क्रिकेट है अब तक की उसको एक ऊंचे लेवल पे ले जाना होगा, अपनी टीम में जगह बरकरार रखने के लिए. अजहर अली स्ट्राइक पर आए हैं. अजहर अली का कैरियर भी लेटली जो है जब से उनकी घुटने की इंजरी हुई है उसके बाद उनकी परफॉर्मेंस में जो कंसिस्टेंसी हुआ करती थी वो काफी कम हुई है. लेकिन कराची टेस्ट में सेंचुरी इन्होंने भी बनाई श्रीलंका के खिलाफ. हुसैन टांग पे गिरी हुई गेंद अजहर अली ने फ्लिक कर दिया खूबसूरती के साथ फाइन लेग पर और 1 रन के साथ उन्होंने भी अपना खाता खोला और पाकिस्तान का स्कोर 4, 1 विकेट के नुकसान पर.
2 overs and 4 deliveries gone. Pakistan replying to 233 by the Bangladeshis. They are 4 for the loss of 1 wicket, that of Abid Ali. Shan Masood was born outside Pakistan. He was born in Kuwait, wasn't he? We have had a few players born in Kuwait. Tanveer Ahmed was born, my friend Tanveer, of course. In comes Ibadat Hussain and bowls to Shan Masood. Stylishly plays it. shows the full face of the bat, and the ball trickles gently down the line back to the bowler. There are lots of players who played for their country but were born outside their country. Ted Dexter was born in Milan. He was born in Italy. Geraint Jones was born in Papua New Guinea.
Yeah.
He played for England. Geraint Jones was their wicketkeeper.
Yeah, that famous Ashes series in
That's
2005.
right, absolutely right. In comes Ibadat Hussain and bowls to Shan. Shan drives, that's a lovely shot. Straight drive past the bowler, 4 runs.
Glorious stroke from Shan Masood, hit it straight back where it came from. Excellent timing. बहुत ही खूबसूरत शॉट, क्रिकेट में सबसे खूबसूरत शॉट देखने में जो स्ट्रेट ड्राइव होती है। इबादत हुसैन ने आगे बॉल की, गेंद को स्विंग कराने की कोशिश की, लेकिन शान मसूद का बैलेंस और उनका फुटवर्क बहुत ही शानदार था और अपनी पहली बाउंड्री हासिल की इस इनिंग्स में। शान मसूद ने पाकिस्तान की इनिंग्स की भी ये पहली बाउंड्री थी।
Shah Faisal, of course, has not only played in England, but he's also coached in England. So that shot will get your approval, I suppose. That's what the coach ordered, right?
Yeah. Showing the bowlers the maker's name, and absolutely straight as a die.
The maker would like it.
Oh, he would
Advertisement for him, I suppose. But anyway, that was a lovely shot. Actually, my favorite stroke, which I could never execute perfectly, is the cover drive.
Oh, that's another.
Off the front feet. Tom Graveney, you don't remember Tom Graveney, you're too young for that. Tom Graveney was great cover driver of the ball. In comes Abu Jaid and bowls to Azhar Ali outside the off stump. Left alone, taken by the wicketkeeper. No runs. It is 8 for 1 at the moment. Shan Masood 6, Azhar Ali 1. Bangladesh, remember, got 233. Another good cover drive, if we come home, was Saeed Ahmad of Pakistan. What a beautiful, and Zahir Abbas. Oh, high back lift, perfect flourish on the bat. And the ball really, the next thing you saw was somebody picking it up at the extra cover boundary. Abu Jaid comes in, bowls to Azhar. Azhar covers up, takes it out onto the offside. Goes straight into the covers where it is fielded, and there is no run. And then, of course, the hook shot is perfectly executed. And if Muhammad used to do it well, Rohan Kanai used to hook the ball and then fall down.
So sweep as well.
Yeah, and the sweep, that's right. The paddle sweep, as it's been counted for now. Gordon Greenwich, very fine player of the hook shot.
Left leg in the air.
Absolutely.
Great names there.
In comes Abu Jaid and goes to Azhar Ali outside the off stump. Nothing doing. Azhar Ali, there's plenty of time. But there is now 4 days and a bit left. The weather is fine. No forecast for any rain. The sun is shining brightly. So enjoy yourselves, everyone. There is a bit of crowd who've come in Saturday morning. The schools are closed. The offices may also be closed. I don't know how many of them are closed, but government offices are closed.
Yep.
And so maybe a lazy morning for everyone, unlike us, who have to come very early. In comes Abu Jaid and goes to Azhar. Azhar, this time soft. That's the thing I like about Azhar. He doesn't play it very hard so that the ball doesn't go in the air, and he goes silkily along the ground, gets a single, goes away to the other end, leaving Shan Masood to face the bowling. And we are in the 4th over. 9 for the loss of 1 wicket. Shan Masood not out 6, Azhar Ali not out 2.
Talking of the cover drives, we stopped at Zahir Abbas, and you have to say the iconic cover drive of Zahir Abbas and the great commentary of Chishti and Ifti from the years gone by. That used to be a very fond memory. और अगर मॉडर्न डे में आए कवर ड्राइव्स में तो विराट कोहली और बाबर आजम। शान मसूद आखिरी गेंद के लिए तैयार हुए। अच्छी गेंद थी अंदर आती हुई, बल्ले का अंदरूनी किनारा लेकर ऑन साइड पर वहीं पर गिर गई और अबू जायद ने गेंद को फील्ड किया। इसके साथ ही चौथे ओवर का भी इख्तिताम हुआ। 9 रन पाकिस्तान 1 विकेट के नुकसान पर। आबिद अली बगैर कोई रन बनाए आउट हुए अबू जायद की गेंद पर। इनफैक्ट एक गेंद अभी बाकी है और आबिद अली का जो वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड की जो उम्मीदें थी वो दम तोड़ती गई। थोड़ा लूज स्ट्रोक खेला ऑफ स्टंप के बाहर उन्होंने और बाहरी किनारा लगा बल्ले का और विकेट कीपर ने एक आसान कैच पकड़ा। तो पाकिस्तान को अर्ली लॉस हुआ है और शान मसूद और अजहर अली जो दोनों कराची टेस्ट से पहले अपनी जगह के लिए काफी प्रेशर में थे और दोनों ने ही सेंचुरियां बनाई। एक दफा फिर उन पे आजमाइश आई है। देखते हैं कि आज वो कैसा रोल प्ले करते हैं। अबू जायद की आखिरी गेंद, आगे गिरी हुई गेंद शान मसूद ने सीधे बल्ले के साथ वापस खेल दिया बॉलर के साथ। इसके साथ ही ओवर का अख्तिताम, 9 पर 1 पाकिस्तान 4 ओवर्स के बाद। और यहाँ रावलपिंडी क्रिकेट स्टेडियम में अब कमेंट्री बॉक्स में भी तब्दीली हुई है। लीना मोइन आ गई हैं और उनका साथ देने के लिए आए हैं AR जैदी।
Thank you, Faisal, and Pakistan जल्दी ही विकेट गवा दी। जैदी साहब, वेलकम टू द कमेंट्री बॉक्स।
Good morning.
मॉर्निंग एंड पाकिस्तान लॉस्ट अ विकेट वेरी अर्ली, तो जो उम्मीदें थी कि अजहरुद्दीन का रिकॉर्ड शायद
आबिद अली विद अजहरुद्दीन,
नहीं, वो कंपैरिजन तो एक अलग बात है, लेकिन यकीनन उम्मीदें जरूर थी लोगों को कि आज सेंचुरी बनाएंगे आबिद, लेकिन आप तो जरीर साहब सुबह सुबह बड़े एग्रेसिव मूड में लग रहे हैं, क्या बात है?
Well, I want to see Pakistan taking a lead of around 150 odd runs, and then come back in the test match. It is evenly poised at this time.
जी बिल्कुल, आप सही कह रहे हैं। पहली विकेट यकीनन आउट हो गई है, आबिद अली की विकेट जो है वो गिर चुकी है, लेकिन अभी भी पाकिस्तान के पास काफी बैट्समैन मौजूद हैं। बॉलर आए, गेंद की, और इस दफा सिंगल हासिल किया अजहर अली ने, बल्कि 2 रन हासिल करेंगे अजहर अली, और पाकिस्तान का स्कोर पहुंचेगा 11 for 1। तो दोनों जो बॉलर्स हैं बांग्लादेश के, खासकर इबादत जो है, उन्होंने पहला ओवर भी काफी पेस के साथ किया था। 142-43 की रफ्तार से उन्होंने गेंद की थी, और अबू जायद ने तो विकेट भी हासिल की। तो अच्छा इनएक्सपीरियंस अटैक जरूर है, लेकिन अच्छी गेंदें की अभी तक इन्होंने।
Well, they are working hard here on the second morning of this test match. Sun is blazing down. Ibadat comes in, bowls, and this time Azhar stretches forward and plays it towards the short extra cover. There is no run. Well, 2 slips, wicketkeeper standing behind. Then there is a gully point. On the off side of the wicket, there is a bit off. And on side, we have got a square leg, just close to square leg umpire, and a long leg. And Ibadat is bowling from pavilion end, going back to his mark. And Azhar is doing some gardening in the middle. Well, what a lovely morning it is in Pindi. Azhar settles down, waits for Ibadat to come. Here he comes, races in, passes the umpire, and bowls in. That's nicely driven through the cover between the fielder at point and mid-off. Ball is going towards the boundary, and we have to see for umpire signal. Will it go for 4?
जी 4 रन हासिल हुए। बहुत ही अच्छी शॉट लगाई, थोड़ा सा बैकफुट पे गया और पंच कर दिया अजहर ने बॉल को। पैक्ड ऑफ साइड फील्ड के साथ बॉल कर रहे हैं इबादत, और अच्छी पेस है इनकी भी, तकरीबन 140 के अराउंड इनकी पेस है। तो दोनों पेस बॉलर, चाहे अबू जैद हो या फिर इबादत हो, दोनों ने अच्छी पेस के साथ गेंद की है, और अजहर अब सेटल हो रहे हैं इबादत को फेस करने के लिए। पैक्ड ऑफ साइड फील्ड, 2 स्लिप्स, गली, पॉइंट, कवर, मिड ऑफ। इबादत आए, गेंद की, अच्छी गेंद, इसको पुश कर दिया पॉइंट की जानिब, कोई रन हासिल नहीं हुआ, और 15 पर 1 है इस वक्त स्कोर।
That is very strong on the off side of the wicket. Well, previous stroke, it was a calm beauty. Well, he lunged into it and stroked the ball between the huge gap, yawning gap between mid-off and point, and they got 4 runs. So what a good shot it was. He is taking a stroll towards the forward short leg position, and now comes back, settles down, waiting for Ibadat. 2 slips and a gully, waiting for the catch. Here he comes. Passes umpire, and bowls outside the off-stump. Batsman raises his bat, and then leaves it for wicketkeeper. So Azhar seems to be in good touch. It's a good batting wicket on which he has started for Pakistan.
जी हाँ, मैं यही कल कह रही थी कि अगर पहले पाकिस्तान बैट भी करता तो उसमें कोई हर्ज ना होता, क्योंकि जो ग्रास को जिसको देख के फैसला किया था अजहर ने, वो तो घंटे डेढ़ की बात थी, और अगर वो घंटा डेढ़ खेल लेते तो यकीनन उसके बाद पाकिस्तान लंबे रन बना सकता था। लेकिन खैर, पाकिस्तान ने बुरे स्कोर पे उनको आउट नहीं किया। 233 इज नॉट अ बैड स्कोर, लेकिन मेरा ये ख्याल था कि जल्दी आउट कर लेना चाहिए।
Comes in and bowls once again outside the off stump, and Azhar let it go to wicket keeper.
जी हाँ, एंड ऑफ दी ओवर स्कोर है 15 पर 1 खिलाड़ी आउट। मैं ये कह रही थी कि अगर पहला घंटा डेढ़ पाकिस्तान गुजार लेता खुद बैट करके तो पाकिस्तान लंबा स्कोर लगा सकता था। अब ये है कि यू ऑलवेज से कि जो स्कोर बोर्ड का प्रेशर होता है वो तो होता ही है। अब 233 रन का प्रेशर तो है, पहले वो 233 रन पाकिस्तान जो है उनको हासिल करे, उसके बाद लीड बिल्ड करे, तो करीबन 400 रन बनाने चाहिए पाकिस्तान को।
Not a bad display by Pakistan. 233, I think 50 odd runs given in excess.
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल यही मैं कह रही हूँ कि जब 2 खिलाड़ी आपने आउट कर लिए होते हैं 3 रन पे और एक इनएक्सपीरियंस टीम को आप का सामना कर रहे होते हैं, तो आपको यकीनन 200 रन पे आउट कर लेना चाहिए उनको। नया ओवर अब शुरू होने वाला है और अबू जैद ये ओवर करेंगे। अबू जैद ने विकेट भी हासिल कर रखी है आबिद अली की।
The batsman and Abu Jaid from the media end runs away round the wicket and bowls. This time he tucks it towards square leg, deep backward square leg, and takes the second run too. So 2 more runs to Shan Masood. Masood seems to be in good touch since last 1 year. He has been playing very well against Sri Lanka and now once again opened for Pakistan. Well, he had got very tough competition against Imamul Haq, but well, he is in and Imam is out, sitting on the reserve seat. And Abu Jaid polishing the ball on his flannels. 2 slips and a gully waiting for the catch. Then there is point, cover, wideish mid off on the onside, wideish mid on, and square leg just close to square leg umpire and long leg. Abu Jaid runs away round the wicket and bowls, and this one once again tried to flick it on the onside. The wicket played it straight to square leg. His fielding just close to the square leg umpire.
जी, अबू जैद जो है लेफ्ट आर्म पेसर और मुस्तफीज जिनको फिज भी कहते हैं, शॉर्टर फॉर्म ऑफ क्रिकेट में उनको फिज कहा जाता है, उनका निकनेम है, उनकी जगह इधर इस मैच में बॉल कर रहे हैं। और मुस्तफीज जो है वो काफी एक्सपीरियंस बॉलर हैं, लेकिन अबू जैद ने अच्छी इस वक्त तक बॉलिंग की है और विकेट भी हासिल की है और विकेट भी इन फॉर्म आबिद अली की। अबू जैद आए, गेंद की अच्छी गेंद उसको जाने दिया विकेट कीपर के पास और स्कोर विद रीच 17 for 1.
Well, packed offside field, but there are 3 fielders on the onside. Well, I think Pakistan would like to get a lead of around 100 to 150 runs in the first innings and then put pressure on Bangladesh. Bangladesh are not an ordinary side, a test playing nation. Well, last 2 test matches at Indore and Calcutta, they lost by margin of an innings and 130 and an innings and 46 runs off close and bowls, and this time on the off stump, Shan Masood stretches forward and drives it into covers. There is no run.
जी, लास्ट दोनों मैचेस जिनका आप जिक्र करें जो उन्होंने काफी लंबे मार्जिन से हारे, उसमें तो ऑर्डिनरी नजर आए वो, क्योंकि मेरे ख्याल में उनके कुछ की प्लेयर्स उस वक्त भी मिसिंग थे और यहाँ भी इनके की, मैं कल भी बता रही थी कि कुछ की प्लेयर्स इनके मिसिंग है, जैसे कि मुशफिक, शाकिब, मुस्तफीज और मेहदी हसन भी मिसिंग है जो उनके बड़े की स्पिनर है। और अबू जैद इस वक्त बॉल करेंगे आए
and round the wicket, and this one coming in, Shan Masood stretches forward towards extra cover. There is no run. Well, I was talking about the Bangladeshi performance in India. Well, it was below ordinary, but you have to keep it in mind that it is so difficult to play against India in India. And particularly when you are playing at new test venues like Indore. Calcutta is of course a historical one, but still Bangladesh could not fight against India on their home soil.
जी हाँ, इंडिया बिल्कुल एक टॉप क्रिकेट साइड है, उन्होंने काफी मेहनत की अपनी टीम पर और अबू जैद गए, क्रॉस किया एम्पायर को, गेंद की शान मसूद को उन्होंने खेल दिया, उसको गली रीजन में बॉल जा रही है बाउंड्री की तरफ, लेकिन अच्छी फील्डिंग, 1 ही रन हासिल होगा। और पाकिस्तान का रिकॉर्ड बहुत अच्छा है बांग्लादेश के खिलाफ। 10 मैच पाकिस्तान ने खेले हैं, 9 जीते, सिर्फ 1 ड्रॉ हुआ है। आज तक पाकिस्तान बांग्लादेश के खिलाफ मैच नहीं हारा। तो ये भी हम अपने लिसनर्स को बताते चलें कि आज तक पाकिस्तान ने कभी भी हिस्ट्री में 10 मैच खेल के कभी भी मैच नहीं हारा टेस्ट मैच, और 9 मैचेस 10 मैचेस में से जीते हैं, 1 ही ड्रॉ हुआ है। तो ये पाकिस्तान के लिए बड़ा एक जो है हौसला इससे पाकिस्तान टीम को मिलेगा कि बेशक
Ibadat has got the ball in his hands from pavilion end and he's going to start a fresh over. And two Pakistani batsmen, well, they are trying to middle the ball. They are increasing their stay on the wicket, and Shan Masood is taking a fresh guard now. On the other side is Azhar Ali, the captain. Well, Ibadat Hussain is miring his run-up. Well, not a big crowd on the second morning, but still we are expecting much larger crowd as compared to yesterday, because today is a holiday. And Shan Masood waits for Ibadat, who turns, runs in and bowls, and short pay delivery this time wanted to cut it and played it beautifully through the cover and extra cover, but that's going towards the boundary. 4 more runs to come.
जी हाँ, बहुत ही खूबसूरत शॉट थी। बैकफुट पे उन्होंने रॉक किया और उसको जगह देके अपने आप को ग्रुप बना के और 4 रन हासिल किए, और टिपिकल लेफ्ट हैंडर शॉट थी ये। और अच्छी फॉर्म में नजर आए हैं शान मसूद भी पिछली टेस्ट सीरीज में। जैसे कि फैसल और शशि साहब थोड़ी देर पहले डिस्कशन कर रहे थे कि शान मसूद भी अब 30 साल के हैं, तो ये टाइम आ गया कि वो अपने आप को स्टैब्लिश कर लें, क्योंकि 30 से 35 साल का वो अरसा होता है जब प्लेयर जो है उसका बहुत ही क्रूशियल
delivery, and this time on the leg stump, flicks it nicely down to a long leg, and 1 more run. Well, when the boundary was struck, the drummers sitting inside the ground, they welcomed the boundary, and well, 1 more run to the table.
जी हाँ, लेग बाय था ये रन, और 22 पर एक खिलाड़ी आउट है पाकिस्तान का। दोनों पेस बॉलर्स ने बड़ी अच्छी बॉलिंग की है। अभी तक ये लगा नहीं कि ये इनएक्सपीरियंस्ड पेस बॉलर्स हैं। बड़ी मजी हुई बॉलिंग की, अच्छी पेस से बॉलिंग की, विकेट भी हासिल की, और पाकिस्तान को दबाव में भी डाला, क्योंकि आबिद अली पाकिस्तान की अब एक स्टैब्लिश ओपनर की सूरत में उभर रहे हैं। तो उनको 0 पे आउट करके यकीनी तौर पे पाकिस्तान दबाव में गया। लेकिन अब थ्रू शान मसूद एंड अजहर अली जो पाकिस्तान के कप्तान है, उनकी बेहतर बैटिंग से पाकिस्तान दबाव से निकालने की कोशिश कर रहा है।
Next delivery, this is his 4th over the wicket and bowls, and this time Azhar edges it towards backward point region. No run. There was no consideration for a single there, but Azhar is surely middling the ball very well and playing at 1 down position. Looks much better as compared to his innings on Australian soil when at Brisbane and Adelaide. He was not in good touch. Well, he's tentative outside the off stump. Ibadat now for his next delivery.
और अजहर देखिए पाकिस्तान के बड़े प्राइम बैट्समैन है, 6000 रन के करीब हैं।
In he comes over the wicket and bowls outside the off stump. This one coming in, but Azhar read it well and leaves the ball for the wicket keeper.
जी हाँ, तो मैं कह रही थी कि अजहर पाकिस्तान के प्राइम बैट्समैन है, 6000 टेस्ट रन के करीब हैं, और पाकिस्तान के लिए पिछले 10 सालों में बेहतरीन बैटिंग की है। हर सोइल पे उन्होंने पाकिस्तान के लिए अच्छी बैटिंग की है। पाकिस्तान टीम को कई दफा मुश्किलात से निकाला है। तो मेन स्टे रहे हैं ये यूनुस खान और मिसबा के साथ पाकिस्तान टीम के पिछले 10 सालों में, और इस वक्त इबादत टर्न किया।
And here he comes. Right arm and bowls, and this time driven through the covers, but straight to extra cover fielder. There is no run. Well, look at Azhar batting. Well, he's middling the ball. That's a good thing for him and good thing for Pakistan. Ibadat, on the other hand, he is just fast medium pace. Pakistan has got so many fast bowlers that Pakistani batsmen treat this type of bowling as friendly medium pace. That settles for next delivery.
जी हाँ, तकरीबन 140 की पेस है इनकी, तो पेस तो ठीक ही है, लेकिन इबादत आए और एम्पायर को क्रॉस किया, गेम की अजहर को, और अजहर ने जाने दिया उसको विकेट कीपर के पास, और एक और ओवर का इख्तिताम। स्कोर इस ओवर के इख्तिताम पर 7 ओवर के इख्तिताम पर 23 रन पर एक खिलाड़ी आउट।
Well, they have started calmly and sedately here on the second morning. Bangladesh were all out for 233 yesterday, well, which was, I think, Pakistan gave a good demonstration of bowling. Well, some of the bowlers, they were unimpressive yesterday, like Naseem Shah. He was not pitching the ball, he was bowling fast. The second one was Yasir Shah. Yasir Shah was also unimpressive yesterday. He was not getting any turn, but anyhow, his line and length was debated all around the ground. And Abu Jaid getting ready to start his fresh over, which will be his fourth one. And Shan Masood is the batsman who is waiting for him. Two slips on a gully, crouching down, off he goes. Right arm round the wicket and bowls, and this time he edges it through the gap between second and slip and gully down to third man. 4 more runs to Pakistan. Edges out of his stroke.
जी अच्छी गेंद थी ये बहुत और इसको एज किया, 4 रन हासिल किए, लेकिन खतरनाक गेंद थी और अबू जैद जो है अच्छी गेंद करा रहे हैं, लेफ्ट हैंडेड फास्ट बॉलर हैं और ट्रबल किया है इन्होंने, सीम भी की बॉल को। जी हाँ, तो अच्छी गेंदें कर रहे हैं ये
Abu Jaid. Well, from just in front of us, goes away, round the wicket. Right arm, fast medium, and this one coming in, and Shan Masood goes on the front foot and drives it nicely, and very calmly into extra cover region. Fielder from cover goes there, picks up the ball, and Abu Jaid, coming back to his bowling end, just in front of us. Momin.
थैंक यू फॉर दी करेक्शन जय साहब, बिल्कुल राइट आर्म बॉलर हैं ये और अच्छी गेंद की है इन्होंने अभी तक और दोनों बैट्समैन को ट्रबल में डाला है और विकेट भी हासिल किया, तो अच्छी पेस के साथ गेंद करते हैं और शान मसूद ने अभी तक कोई एक ही बहुत अच्छा स्ट्रोक खेला था।
शान वेट्स फॉर अबू जैद for next delivery. This one he goes forward and plays it on the own side of the wicket to short mid wicket position. Abu Jaid goes himself and picks up the ball with it ball.
जी हाँ, और अभी इस वक्त दोनों जो बैट्समैन है वो कंसोलिडेट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं पाकिस्तान की पोजीशन को, क्योंकि एक विकेट जो है उसका लॉस हो चुका है और अब ऐसी सिचुएशन मैच है कि पाकिस्तान इज लुकिंग टू गेट लीड ऑफ 150 एटलीस्ट, तो इम्पोर्टेंट है कि ये पार्टनरशिप लंबी पार्टनरशिप लगे और तकरीबन 100 से ऊपर रन्स की पार्टनरशिप होनी चाहिए।
Abu Jaid goes away for his next delivery and bowls, and this time once again goes on the front foot and drives it towards the mid-off. Bowler, in fact, didn't bend down and pick up the ball. Ball goes to mid-off position, orthodox mid-off. On the own side, we have got a square leg, then there is a long leg, a packed offside field, and Abu Jaid is pondering over his next delivery, how to bowl, where to bowl, and what to bowl.
And they bowled at a very good line and length, जैदी साहब, अभी तक बहुत अच्छी लाइन लेंथ पे इन्होंने स्टंप के बाहर बॉल किए, बड़ा कम पैडों पे बॉल की और अबू जैद आए, गेंद की, शान मसूद को अच्छा ड्राइव इस दफा, लेकिन अच्छी फील्डिंग कवर रीजन में और कोई रन हासिल नहीं हुआ। स्कोर है 27 पर 1 खिलाड़ी आउट।
So 27 for 1, first wicket fell at the score of what was the score?
जी हम तलब से पूछते हैं कि कितने रन पे पहली विकेट गिरी थी? 2 रन पर पहली विकेट से गिरी थी।
5 runs partnership on the board. Abu Jaid is getting ready to bowl to Shan Masood. Has got quite a long run up to the umpire for sending down his delivery. Off he goes, races in and bowls, and this one coming in, he just goes on the back foot and edges it towards gully position. That is the end of Abu Jaid's over. And as next over is going to continue, I don't know from Ibadat or from some other bowler for continuation of running commentary, I now hand over the mic to Parvez Karmiya.
Pakistan at the moment 27 for 1 as Ibadat from the pavilion end to Azhar comes forward. Very watchfully pushes it into the covers. The batsman back in the pavilion, Abid Ali, who played absolutely a reckless stroke there. Irresponsible, I would say. I mean, you start dreaming of big things and trying to say that, he tried to emulate Azharuddin. I mean, it's about time you just started your test career. Wait for it, things come in time. But I tell you, it was a very poor stroke by him. And Abu Jahl was the bowler. Meanwhile, we see Ibadat from the pavilion over the wickets to Azhar. Goes onto the back foot once again, just pushes it into the covers. The score remains at 27 for 1. Ibadat bowling is 5th over. 4 overs, 1 maiden, none for 16. And Abu Jahl 4 overs, no maidens, 1 for 9. And then did he pick him up on the first or the second delivery of his first over? Second. So that's what I was talking about. I mean, you facing the bowler for the first time, you haven't seen the pace of the pitch, and you're going for that cover drive, which wasn't really there as Ibadat in. To Azhar flicks it down, we'll have to wait for the umpire signal, perhaps off the pad. The fielder gets to it, throws it back. No signal from the umpire so far, Chris Gaffney. So that's perhaps the bat and the pad. Welcome, Shah Faisal.
थैंक यू वेरी मच ब्रिगेडियर साहब और तमाम सुनने वालों को खुश आमदेद। रावलपिंडी क्रिकेट स्टेडियम से पाकिस्तान की पहली विकेट का नुकसान, जैसा कि आप सुन रहे थे आबिद अली की विकेट का, और जो बड़ी उम्मीद थी कि वो अजहरुद्दीन का रिकॉर्ड बराबर करेंगे, लेकिन इनिंग्स की शुरू में ही एक बाहर जाती हुई गेंद पर गैर जरूरी तौर पर उन्होंने स्ट्रोक खेलने की कोशिश की और अपनी विकेट का नुकसान उठाया। और उसके बाद से अजहर अली और शान मसूद ने जिस तरह बैटिंग की है, आबिद अली यकीनन अभी से इस चीज को पछता रहे होंगे कि उन्हें थोड़ा सा और वक्त ले लेना चाहिए था। और बहुत अच्छे तरीके से बल्ले पे आ रही है इस वक्त, और नए ओवर की पहली गेंद के साथ शान मसूद ने बैकफुट पे खेला, बैकफुट पॉइंट की जानिब, कोई रन नहीं बना इस बॉल पर। और अजहर आबिद अली को पूरा दिन अब पाकिस्तान के बाकी बांदा बैट्समैनों को बैटिंग करता हुआ देखना पड़ेगा, बजाय इसके कि वो खुद अंदर रहते और अपना एक और सेंचुरी की तरफ जाते।
Right, you see, not only is out to a very, very poor shot selection, irresponsible as a matter of fact, he's put the rest of the team under pressure. You know, when you come to open the innings, you're supposed to give a team a solid start as Ibadat from now round the wickets to Shan and flicks him towards the mid-wicket region. The fielders, after the batsmen have taken one, they're coming back for the second, and he's been pretty good flicking. And Shan, I think, previously in Abu Zaid's over, remember he got a boundary there, and he looks to be pretty fluent in flicking the ball on the onside.
जी बिल्कुल, वो मजबूर कर रहे हैं बांग्लादेश के बॉलरों को उनके जोन में बॉल करने पर, क्योंकि ऑफ स्टंप के बाहर वाली बॉलों को उन्होंने बिल्कुल भी नहीं छेड़ा, और जो बॉल उनके जोन में आती है उसको आराम से गैप्स में खेलकर अपने स्कोर को आगे बढ़ाते हुए 19 पर जा पहुंचे हैं शान, और उस 19 में से काफी ज्यादा रन उनके ऑन साइड पर आए हैं और अच्छा खेल रहे हैं अभी तक। अगले गेंद को अगले कदम पर दिफाई अंदाज से खेला, सीधी कवर में गई, कोई रन नहीं बना। इसके साथ ही ओवर का खात्मा हुआ। पाकिस्तान 30 पर 1, शान मसूद 19 और अजहर अली खेल रहे हैं 9 रन पर। जैसा कि जिक्र कर रहे थे कि बांग्लादेश की बॉलिंग ने अर्ली विकेट हासिल की और पाकिस्तान पे प्रेशर डाला, जो कि बज़ाहिर उनका एक अंडर पार स्कोर 233 का पहले इनिंग में लग रहा था, लेकिन जब आपको एक अर्ली विकेट मिल जाए तो आपकी उम्मीदों में जरूर इजाफा होता है, और नई बॉल पे अर्ली विकेट उन्होंने ली है और अच्छी डिसिप्लिन बॉलिंग की है बांग्लादेश ने अभी तक।
Well, we were talking of Abid Ali's dream of getting 300s in his very first 3 consecutive test matches. Of course, Azharuddin got them against England. And as a matter of today, on 8th of February, in 63, he was born. And another interesting incident on the same day today, on 8th of February, is that in the test at Ahmedabad against Sri Lanka, Kapil Dev broke Richard Hadley's record of 431 wickets. Meanwhile, it's Abu Jahl from over the wickets. Ball for fuller length, driven elegantly but straight to the fielder at mid-off. There are 2 slips, a gully, point, cover and mid-off on the offside, a mid-on, mid-wicket and a man at the long leg boundary. So it's the same field for Abu Jahid as for Ibadat, as he turns round, operating from the media center end, passes the umpire outside the off stump, and that was the type of delivery. I know it bounced a little more, but it is not required by Abid Ali. I'm sorry I'm criticizing him, because that's not the role of an opener, to sort of come in and go back. You're putting the entire team under pressure.
बिल्कुल सही, और थोड़ा सा वेरिएबल बाउंस नजर आ रहा है, इसलिए कहते हैं कि आपको अपना टाइम लेना चाहिए. यू हैव टू जज द पेस एंड बाउंस ऑफ द पिच, क्योंकि हर बॉल एक हाइट पे नहीं आ रही, और ही वाज गिल्टी ऑफ प्लेइंग अवे फ्रॉम द बॉडी, और एक्स्ट्रा बाउंस की वजह से उन्होंने विकेट लूज की. जिस तरह के अभी अजहर अली बॉलें छोड़ रहे हैं, अपने डिसिप्लिन का मुजाहरा कर रहे हैं, लेकिन जो बॉल सीधी आती है वो अच्छी बल्ले पे आ रही है. शायद एक मतलब फिर अंपायर के पास से गुजरी, टांग पे गिरी हुई गेंद थी, अजहर का बैलेंस थोड़ा सा लूज हुआ, इस वजह से बहुत ज्यादा फाइन खेल गए. अपॉर्चुनिटी थी रन के लिए, लेकिन सिर्फ एक ही रन मिला उन्हें. अजहर पहुंचे 10 रन पर और पाकिस्तान 31 पे 1.
Well, Azhar on 10. Shan Masood, who opened the innings along with Abid Ali, is on 19. The left-handed Shan Masood, of course, Azhar Ali, the right-handed batsman. So he changes direction of attack. He's going now around the wickets to Shan Masood. 2 slips, a gully for him. Keeper, of course, along with the slips, eagerly awaiting for that nick, as away goes Abu Jahid to Shan. Shan covers the stumps, comes onto the front foot, just defensively pushes it towards mid-on. The score remains at 31 for 1.
स्टैगरिंग जो स्लिप फील्डर्स हैं, पहली स्लिप के जो फील्डर हैं वो काफी वाइड हैं विकेट कीपर के बाएं जानिब, और उसके बाद पहली और दूसरी स्लिप काफी करीब हैं. अजहर अली की बात कर रहे थे, तो अजहर अली का भी जो उनकी जब से नी प्रॉब्लम हुई है, उनकी कंसिस्टेंसी में काफी फर्क आया है. लेकिन श्रीलंका के खिलाफ जो प्रीवियस टेस्ट मैच था उसमें जो 100 किया है, उससे यकीनन उनको कॉन्फिडेंस आया होगा, और आज उनसे एक बड़ी इनिंग्स की जरूरत है. जाहिद की अगली गेंद, शान मसूद ने ऑफ स्टंप के बाहर खेला, अच्छी फील्डिंग बैकवर्ड पॉइंट पे महमूदुल्लाह की जानिब से, और यकीनी रन उन्होंने बचाए.
Definitely, that was well struck, well caught, and excellent fielding there by the Bangladesh fielders. That's the main thing. You've been coaching a lot in England. I've ran about 42 camps for young kids here. That is very important, is the fielders have to support their bowlers. You know, if you lousy in the field, the bowler also gets demoralized. And that's the type of fielding which really boosts his morale up as he turns around, moves away, he's operating from round the wickets to Shan Masood, comes forward, just defensively pushes on the onside. You know, the point is, I remember, you will also recollect certain of your incidents when I was coaching these boys. There were certain rules that I made pretty sure they understand. And sometimes I'm pretty firm with them, you know, like this rule of being mankad. No, I should tell them, I said, you have to wait, it's in the rules. But I don't know, maybe talk with the cricket officials. I think in the rule they should at least add in that the batsman must be warned once. Otherwise, in Cadet College, Asanabdan, I remember Mr. Kashpol was our principal. In one of the matches, the bowlers just did the same mankad step. He gave the batsman out, that was me. And he gave 6 banders to the bowler. It's not the spirit of cricket. Meanwhile, seems to be a bowling change from the pavilion end. Fellows will just let us know as to who's come on to bowl. Meanwhile, Pakistan in reply to 233 or 31 for 1.
Looks like Rubel Hussain.
Rubel. So Rubel is, we have a Rubel here also.
Yes.
It keeps us fresh with hot tea and coffee. As Rubel from the pavilion end over the wickets to Azhar, goes on the back foot, pushes it in towards the mid-off region. Azhar, you know, doesn't really use that power in the stroke. He's got that timing. And it's, once he gets going, and like you said, after his 100 in Karachi against Sri Lanka, I'm sure his confidence must be back.
Yeah, absolutely. और आज लग भी रहा है जिस तरह उन्होंने इनिंग्स का आगाज किया है, बल्ले के बीचों बीच काफी सारी गेंदों को उन्होंने खेला है, और ये यकीनन इस चीज का इजहार है कि वो अच्छे फॉर्म में है. अब इस फॉर्म को उनको रन्स में कन्वर्ट करना है. अगली कदम पर आकर इसे ड्राइव किया ऑन दी अप, Again a sign of a good pitch, a better pitch के on the up अजहर अली ने इस तरह ड्राइव किया कवर पर, सीधी फील्डर के पास गई, कोई रन नहीं बना। रुबुल हसन जो है वो ज्यादा तवील कामत नहीं है और उनकी जो खुसूसियत है कि वो बॉल को काफी स्किड कराते हैं, बहुत ज्यादा बाउंस इनको नहीं मिलता जिस तरह का इनका एक्शन है, इसलिए अजहर अली ने बड़ी कॉन्फिडेंटली शॉर्ट ऑफ लेंथ डिलीवरी को फ्रंट फुट पे खेल दिया कवर की जानिब। रुबुल एक मरतबा फिर आए, अंपायर के पास ही गुजरे, स्ट्रेट ड्राइव, रुबुल हसन की टांग को लगती हुई बॉल मिड विकेट पे चली गई और 1 रन का इजाफा अजहर अली के स्कोर में। एक और अच्छा और कॉन्फिडेंट स्ट्रोक था अजहर अली का।
Well, that was one of the, like you were mentioning along when we were at the Chish, my favorite, the bowler's back drive. So he went down to field it, but it sort of ricocheted off his elbow and went towards the onside, giving the batsman the opportunity to pick up a single. That brings Shan Masood on strike. Once again, he takes fresh guard because it's a new bowler. So I think it's not bad. So you got to stay at the pitch. Obviously, you'll get some runs. Field adjustments being carried out. 2 slips, a gully. Point, extra cover, mid-off on the offside. Mid-on, mid-wicket, and a man at the long leg boundary is the next one. Once again, flicked beautifully off his pads. We were talking about that, Shah Faisal. I mean, so far he's played them absolutely elegantly and picking up runs.
Bangladesh has been guilty of bowling too straight to Shan Masood, but he's capitalized on every occasion, helping himself to another boundary. और टाइमिंग बहुत ही शानदार थी, कलाइयों का इस्तेमाल किया और काफी तेज आउटफील्ड थी। शान मसूद बहुत अच्छी इनिंग में नजर आ रहे हैं और जो भी उन्हें मौका मिल रहा है उसका भरपूर फायदा उठा रहे हैं, कीपिंग द स्कोर बोर्ड टिकिंग, जो कि बहुत जरूरी है विकेट पे वक्त गुजारने के साथ साथ। और शान मसूद के लिए काफी इंपॉर्टेंट इनिंग्स है, लेकिन ही इज बैटिंग रियली वेल।
Rubel, as a matter of fact, to Shan outside the off stump, and he just lets it through to the keeper. Unfortunately, very few people here. I mean, that's been disappointing. But I got a surprise when I read the papers and somebody was writing in the papers for, I think, Dawn, that there was this huge crowd. I really wonder which stadium he was in to have witnessed that huge crowd yesterday. But anyway, even today, being a Saturday holiday, and most of the chaps you see on the stand toward the right, meanwhile, the bowler moves in. This time just tucks it in front of point, quickly goes for that single. So that's good batting. Rotate the strike. You'll pick up runs. You get a loose delivery. The end of that over. At the end of that over, Pakistan, in reply to Bangladesh, 233 are 37 for 1.
बहुत अच्छी बैटिंग शान मसूद की। इस ओवर में जब उन्हें बॉडी पे ऑन साइड पे बॉल मिली उसका फायदा उठाया, 4 रन हासिल किए। अगली गेंद ऑफ स्टंप के बाहर थी, उन्होंने वो छोड़ दिया और बॉलर को मजबूर किया कि वो उनके जोन में गेंद करें और आखिरी गेंद पे उन्होंने सॉफ्ट हैंड के साथ ऑफ स्टंप ऑफ साइड पे बॉल अपने सामने गिराकर एक और सिंगल हासिल की। इंटेलिजेंट क्रिकेट फ्रॉम शान मसूद, और इस छोटी सी मुख्तसर इनिंग में वो काफी अच्छे दिखाई दे रहे हैं और लगता यही है कि वो आज उस जोन में है जहां एक वो बड़ा टोटल हासिल कर सकेंगे। एक मरतबा फिर स्ट्राइक पे आ गए हैं, फील्डिंग में भी तब्दीली हुई है। स्क्वायर लेग का फील्डर है, उसको स्क्वायर लेग अंपायर से तकरीबन 20 कदम पीछे भेज दिया गया है और अभी भी 2 स्लिप और गली हैं। पॉइंट कवर मिड ऑफ,
and that square leg umpire of course is standing on the square because the left-handed Shan Masood faces the next delivery once again.
2 straight.
And he's pushing them. That's exactly, I agree with you. The point is, you're playing to the batsman's strength. And that, of course, is one up for the batsman if you're sort of playing to his strength. We'll have to, as a matter of fact, he's now changing the direction of his attack. He's going from over the wickets to Shan Masood. Earlier on, he was operating from round the wickets. Still 2 slips and a gully. Waiting for that outside edge. Abid Ali, of course, provided the keeper the outside edge earlier on. And Shan Masood not happy. Somebody, of course, in front of the side screen. He turns around, operating from the media center end, from over the wickets, gains momentum. So Shan goes onto the back foot, just pushes it in towards the cover, straight to the fielder.
He's always on the outlook for that single, drops the ball, looking for that run with the soft hands. Good tactic from Shan Masood. अच्छा खेल रहे हैं, इस चीज से जाहिर हो रहा है कि वो मुकम्मल कंट्रोल में हैं इस वक्त। और जैसा कि आप कह रहे थे कि मेकिंग द बॉलर्स बॉल टू हिज स्ट्रेंथ, ये वो डिसिप्लिन है जो आपको एक अच्छी बड़ी टेस्ट मैच इनिंग्स के लिए चाहिए होता है कि आप अपने बॉलर्स को मजबूर करें कि वो आपके जोन में बॉल करें। और ज्यादा पेशेंस का मुजाहरा नहीं किया अभी तक बांग्लादेश के बॉलर्स ने, और बहुत जल्दी ट्रैप हुए अपनी लाइन और लेंथ में, वो कंसिस्टेंसी नहीं दिखा रहे पिछले चंद ओवर से।
That one's played short and pulled extremely well. That's going to be another boundary for Shan Masood. And that was a very poor delivery by Abu Jamal. Pitched short, gave him that width, and very quickly pivoting onto the back foot, pulled it towards the square leg, reaching for Masood.
ब्रेड एंड बटर शॉट for शान मसूद, फ्री हिट है क्योंकि ऑन साइड पे दो ही फील्डर हैं सिर्फ, पीछे गिरी हुई गेंद थी, ज्यादा पेस नहीं है अबू जायद की, जिसकी वजह से शान मसूद को बहुत वक्त मिला। और जो दो फील्डर ऑन साइड पे डीप में हैं उनके दरमियान से खेल दिया 4 रन के लिए। शान मसूद काफी फायदा उठा रहे हैं बांग्लादेश की वेवर्ड बॉलिंग का, और बांग्लादेश क्लियरली डिस्टर्ब हो रहे हैं जो लेफ्ट हैंड राइट हैंड कॉम्बिनेशन है उसकी वजह से, और अच्छी लाइन नहीं रख पा रहे लेफ्ट हैंडर शान के लिए। एक मरतबा फिर शान मसूद तैयार हुए, अगली गेंद को फिर ऑन साइड पे खेल दिया, गैप में एक और रन हासिल किया। ऑन साइड पे बनाए गए रन में मजीद इजाफा, शान मसूद पहुंचे 29 पर, पाकिस्तान 42 पे। एक अच्छी रिकवरी है आबिद अली की अर्ली विकेट के बाद।
I'll tell you, that's good batting. I mean, on loose delivery, you pick a boundary. Otherwise, you just push it softly and pick up a single. So keep the fielders busy. So far, I mean, the Bangladesh, let's be honest, their fielding so far has been pretty good. They've got a couple of boundaries. But then the bowlers, like you just mentioned, I think not really delivering as their captain Momin Haq would have liked.
जी हाँ, और इसी को देखते हुए स्लिप का फील्डर भी निकाल लिया है, और जो मिड विकेट पे गैप है वो प्लग किया है। तो 5-4 की फील्डिंग से बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं, 4 फील्डर ऑन साइड पर, 5 ऑफ साइड पर, एक स्लिप और गली के साथ। अजहर अली एक मरतबा फिर दिफाई अंदाज से बैकफुट पे खेल दिया, मिड ऑन की जाने कोई रन नहीं बना। और लाइक सेड कि जो शान मसूद की जो टैक्टिक है स्ट्राइक रोटेशन की, और जो बॉलर्स डिस्टर्ब हो रहे हैं लेफ्ट हैंड राइट हैंड कॉम्बिनेशन की वजह से, उसकी वजह से भी कप्तान मजबूर हुए कि उन्होंने स्लिप का फील्डर निकाल के ऑन साइड पे जो होल है उसको प्लग करने की कोशिश की है।
Because he realized rather too late that they're not going to play any shot like Abid Ali did. So it's about time that, and the bowler also has not really been that effective. They haven't been able to make that impact on the Pakistani batsman as Abu Jaid from the media center end over the wickets to Azhar comes forward, very watchfully just pushes it down the track. The bowler is follow through, picks it up. That's the end of that over by Abu Jaid. At the end of that over, Pakistan are 42 for 1. Shan Masood is on 29 and Azhar Ali is on 11. And Abu Jaid now has bowled 6 overs, no maidens, 1 for 15. I'm sure his name must be Zahid, but that's the way they pronounce it in Bangladesh, Abu Jaid.
जी बिल्कुल, और कप्तान मोमिन अल हक भी सोच रहे होंगे कि क्या उनको अब स्पिनर को ले आना चाहिए, क्योंकि ताजुल इस्लाम एक बहुत ही अच्छे स्पिनर हैं, और रूबेल तो उस एंड से भी उनका ये दूसरा ओवर है शायद, लेकिन काफी लंबा स्पेल कर गए हैं अबू जायद 6 ओवर्स का, जैसे ब्रिगेडियर साहब ने कहा, तो यकीनन सोच रहे होंगे क्योंकि वो कोई मुश्किल भी नहीं पैदा कर रहे। काफी इंटरेस्टिंग होगा स्पिन का इंडक्शन, क्योंकि कल कुछ स्पिन जरूर मिला था यासिर को, हालांकि वो कंसिस्टेंट नहीं रहे, और हारिस ने 2 विकेटें हासिल की। रूबेल ने ओवर की पहली गेंद के साथ ऑन साइड पे मिड विकेट पे फील्डर को ले लिया है, जहां पे सीधा गया बॉल, और शान मसूद के लिए कोई रन नहीं इस बॉल पर। व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट द डिसीजन टू ब्रिंग ऑन द स्पिन, ब्रिगेडियर साहब?
Well, you took the words out of my mouth. I was actually about to ask you the same question, because I would really like to see as to how Shan and Azhar Ali face their spin bowlers. Apparently, Tajul is experienced. Their other spinner is also pretty good. So we'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, it's Robel from the pavilion end outside the off stump and just lets it through to the keeper. That's the way he is to bat. Because there's plenty of time. Today is the second day, the first session of the first test match, the ICC Test Championship. So he's got to make sure he stays there in the middle and pile up as many runs as possible and bring a big total for Pakistan. But that's a far way to go as he turns around, slip and a gully in position. This one coming in and just watchfully just pushes it on towards the mid-wicket region straight to the fielder.
ये थोड़ा सा नीचे रहा बॉल रुबेल का, जिस तरह का एक्शन है जैसे पहले भी जिक्र कर रहे थे, ज्यादा बाउंस नहीं हासिल करते, विकेट टू विकेट बॉल करते हैं, काफी स्किडी किस्म के बॉलर हैं। और शान मसूद, लेकिन अच्छा बैलेंस है उनका आज, इस वजह से वो बिल्कुल बॉल को खेलने में कामयाब हुए आखिरी लम्हे पर। रूबुल हुसैन की भी यही कोशिश होगी कि वो विकेट टू विकेट बॉल करें और अपनी स्ट्रेंथ के मुताबिक जो है विकेट पे जो अनइवन बाउंसर्स को एक्सप्लॉइट करें। अगली गेंद आगे गिरी हुई गेंद, खूबसूरत ड्राइव शान मसूद की, सीधी मिड ऑफ पे गई, फील्डर के पास कोई रन नहीं बना। और जो बैलेंस है जो शान मसूद का, जो बैट्समैन अच्छी फॉर्म में होता है उसका इसी चीज से पता लगता है, जब वो जितना ज्यादा अच्छा स्ट्रेट खेलता है इट मीन्स कि उसका बैलेंस बहुत अच्छा है और वो जो है विकेट के दोनों साइड पे अच्छे तरीके से बॉल के मेरिट पे खेल सकता है। एंड शान इज शोइंग दैट टुडे।
And this is the 13th over, and let's not have the commentators curse on Shan Masood, because this is also the 13th over. This one's outside the off stump and bat high up in the air, lets it through to the keeper. 42 for 1. Shan Masood is on 29, Azhar Ali is on 11. Robel bowling his second over, conceded 6 runs in the first that he bowled from the pavilion end.
गुज़िश्ता 1.5 या 2 साल के बारे में अगर शान के बारे में कोई क्रिटिसिज्म है तो वो यही है कि ही गेट्स टू अ गुड स्टार्ट, वो अपनी इनिंग्स का अच्छा आगाज करते हैं लेकिन उसको वो कन्वर्ट नहीं कर पाते, और दिस इज सॉर्ट ऑफ काइंड ऑफ डेंजर टाइम फॉर हिम। रूबल की अगली गेंद सॉफ्ट हैंड के साथ खेल दिया, गेंद सीधी कवर में गई, कोई रन नहीं बना। ओवर का इख्तिताम हुआ और इस ओवर के इख्तिताम पर पाकिस्तान 42 पर 1, शान मसूद खेल रहे हैं 29 रन पर, अजहर अली ने 11 रन बनाए। आबिद अली आउट होने वाले बैट्समैन बगैर किसी रन के आउट हुए और इसके साथ ही कमेंट्री में तब्दीली होगी। यहाँ पे पानी का वक्फा भी हो गया है मैदान में और खिलाड़ी और दोनों अंपायर जब पानी के वक्फे की जाने पड़ रहे हैं, कमेंट्री बॉक्स में भी तब्दीली होगी। हमारे साथ आगे हैं चिश्ती मुजाहिद और मैं माइक हैंड ओवर करूंगा लीना को।
Thank you, Faisal. Drinks break, and I welcome Chishti Saab with me. Assalamu alaikum, Chishti Saab.
Walaikum salam and very good morning. Thank you very much.
Morning to you also. And Pakistan has made a good comeback. अच्छी वापसी की, एक विकेट खोने के बाद पाकिस्तान ने।
Absolutely right. The loss of an opening batsman. And of course, you have to experience. I think we should criticize Abid Ali too much. He used to have cricket. Record is not broken every day. And as such, it does also give a lot of pressure to the player. He keeps saying that he's going to be good. It is, I know. Players have told in the past that, comparing. We have this habit of immediately comparing cricketers who are young and up and coming. Although Abid Ali is no spring chicken, he I think is in his early 30s, late starter. But he is early days for him, and I'm sure there was a lot of pressure when everyone says that, well, he's going to be another Azharuddin, or he's going to be another Zahir Abbas, etc. Let them play.
Yes.
That's what I always say.
Do you think we do put excessive amount of pressure here in Pakistan, or do you think it's just a cricket fraternity thing?
I don't know whether it's fraternity or sorority, but it is something. Although I usually avoid it. I don't compare. I mean, a cricketer who walks out like Shoaib Maqsood, we said, here's another Inzamam ul Haq coming in, and he just because he was from Multan, he walked the same way. His style was similar.
Yeah.
I think it's unfair on them, and it's unfair of us.
Yes, I do agree with you. लेकिन थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्टिंग भी होता है कंपैरिजन करना, जरा मजा भी आता है, लेकिन मैं आपकी बात से बिल्कुल एग्री करती हूँ.
Difference between being realistic and one being a fairy tale-ish.
जी, बिल्कुल.
If you want to be a fairy tale, yes, it's all nice and spicy, but I think it's unfair on the cricket. And they have to be counseled. If I were sort of an editor of Abid Ali, which I am, I would have sat down with him and just forget everything. When you go out there, ignore everyone. If there's anyone watching you, ignore all of us. If we are talking about you, just carry on. Anyway, best of luck to him. And now the drinks have just gone off the field. Bangladesh 233, Pakistan at the moment 42 for the loss of 1 wicket. 13 overs have gone today, which means I think Bangladesh are almost bang on target. 13 overs in the first hour. Shan Masood not out 19, Azhar Ali not out 11.
जी हाँ, इबादत इस एंड से अब उन्होंने रिप्लेस किया अबू जायद को और अच्छी शॉट इस दफा 4 रन के लिए बॉल जा रही है पॉइंट बाउंड्री बिल्कुल पॉइंट बाउंड्री के करीब फील्डिंग की और 3 रन हासिल किए दोनों बैट्समैन ने.
A very good shot from Azhar Ali. He saw that ball early, moved into position, perfectly executed, well-timed drive, square of the wicket. Should have got him 4 runs, but of course there was some very good fielding.
जी हाँ, और इबादत ने अच्छी बॉलिंग की. अभी तक इनएक्सपीरियंस्ड है लेकिन इस लिहाज से कि एक बड़ी साइड के खिलाफ खेल रहे हैं, अवे फ्रॉम होम खेल रहे हैं, तो अच्छी बॉलिंग की है. अपनी नर्व्स को हैंडल अच्छा किया अभी तक इन्होंने.
Ibadat once again, and the sun has shone brightly all morning. And this one's a very elegant looking stroke from Shan Masood. This is the on drive, and the ball goes down towards deep mid wicket, and that is 4 more runs. A lovely shot. It sounded so sweet, the ball on the bat, and it was perfectly executed, timed it to perfection, and guided it well. Just wide of the fielder, there was a fielder in the back, and he almost like exited very stylish by Shan Masood. And is that the 50? 49 for the loss of 1 wicket. And now that the temperature has gone up, it's 12 or 13 degrees at the moment, so the sweaters have come off, some of them at least. And that's a lovely shot. That is the patented drive of Shan Masood. The straight drive, straight as an arrow, past the bowler. At times, wrongly called the bowler's back drive. There's no such thing as a bowler's back drive. So it's not the bowler's drive, it's the batsman's straight drive past the bowler. In fact, Majid Khan told me that. I've stuck with me ever since. He said, what's a bowler's back drive? I said, yeah, good point. So that's 50 up as well. And what I was trying to say is that the sweaters have come off, so we can see that the Bangladeshis also have numbers on their shirts. Why don't they have them on their sweaters, I wonder?
जी हाँ, बहुत अच्छा आपका सजेशन है. और इस वक्त इबादत बॉल करेंगे शान मसूद को, जिन्होंने बहुत शानदार 2 शॉट्स लगाई और इस दफा भी उन्होंने एक अच्छी शॉट लगाई और 1 रन हासिल किया. और जो 2 शॉट्स से पहले उन्होंने एक स्ट्रेट ड्राइव और एक जो उनके पैड्स पे बॉल आई और मिड विकेट के थ्रू उन्होंने शॉट लगाई. 2 बहुत बेहतरीन शॉट्स थी जिनसे उनके कॉन्फिडेंस में यकीनन इजाफा होगा और बॉलर का कॉन्फिडेंस यकीनन नीचे जाएगा. जब भी आप पैड्स पे सब ड्रिफ्ट करेंगे किसी भी सब कॉन्टिनेंट के बैट्समैन पे, तो यकीनन आपको पनिश करेगा. और यंग बॉलर है इबादत और यकीनन ऐसी बातों से अभी सीखेंगे. इबादत क्रॉस किया, अब एम्पायर को गेंद करेंगे. अजहर को गेंद की, अच्छी शॉट पुल किया अजहर ने और इस दफा 4 रन हासिल किए. बहुत ही बेहतरीन पुल शॉट लगाई अजहर अली ने. और जो इंफेक्शन था जो उन्होंने कैच किया शान मसूद से, वो बेहतरीन शॉट लगाने का और कंटिन्यू किया उसी टोन में और एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत पुल शॉट खेली अजहर अली ने.
It's a lovely shot by Azhar Ali, and Pakistan going well. They need to build up a very large total to get a first innings lead, a good lead. In comes Ibadat once again and bowls, and it is Ibadat. Yes, it is.
जी साहब, जो इन्फेक्शन की बात मैंने की थी वो इसीलिए की थी कि I wanted to give you a chance to say this and so we could entertain our listeners. ये on purpose था ताकि मैं आपको मौका दूं ताकि आप ये बात कर सकें.
बिल्कुल नहीं था ये.
नहीं, बिल्कुल on purpose.
That's good thinking. And correct. So And you expected my reply then?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay, let's see.
I mean, I trust your humor. I've been listening to you all when I was growing up. तो आपको सुना.
You're still growing up.
Yes, बिल्कुल आपके साथ में बैठ के सीख रही हूँ और मुझे बिल्कुल यकीन था 100% कि आप ये बात करेंगे.
Oh God, I'm predictable it seems. Anyway, Shan Masood taking fresh guard, and let's see what Talat has got for us. So Talat says we are 58. Pakistan is 58. Until the last over. 58 for the loss of 1 wicket. Abid Ali, the batsman, out. It is 18 not out, Azhar Ali, and Shan Masood is 37 not out.
और इस दौरान आपको ये बताते चले कि रूबेन हुसैन ने अपने करियर में 33 विकेटें हासिल कर रखी हैं और उनकी एवरेज काफी है. 80.33 उनकी एवरेज है, यानी कि 80.33, तो काफी हाई एवरेज है ये. और 33 विकेटें इन्होंने हासिल की है. 30 साल इनकी उम्र है, तो काफी क्रिकेट खेल चुके हैं, लेकिन अभी तक इन्होंने अपना जो सिक्का है, अपना लोहा, उसको नहीं मनवाया. आए गेम की और अच्छी शॉट लगाई, कोई रन हासिल नहीं हुआ शान मसूद को. तो जरूरत है इस वक्त रूबेन हुसैन अपना जो है, अपना कैलिबर उसको दिखाएं और विकेट हासिल करें, क्योंकि 30 साल के अरसे में इन्होंने उम्र में इन्होंने सिर्फ 33 विकेट अभी तक हासिल किए हैं साहब.
मगर 30 साल खेले तो नहीं होंगे.
नहीं, लेकिन एवरेज तो उनकी काफी है जी. 80.33 एवरेज है.
Probably didn't get too many chances to play for Bangladesh because he's coming in now and bowls at this time. He's throwing round towards the deep and backward square leg. The batsmen take one, turn around, take two. The fielder gets to the ball, picks it up, throws it in, and the score goes to 60 for the loss of 1 wicket. We are in the 15th over. For example, these bowlers, although they, I do not think, most of them, are not the frontline seamers which Bangladesh have.
Yes.
They haven't got Mustafizur Rahman and they haven't got Taskeen Ahmed. Those were the two main ones. And of course, Mashrafi Murtaza, who has probably retired or he's stepped aside. So those were the trio. And this one, once again, that's a repeat, almost a replay of the previous shot. And this time it is wide of the fielder, goes to the boundary, 4 more runs, and now Shan Masood beginning to open up, beginning to play his strokes. There's the line, on line. 64 for 1.
And Ruben Hussain has played 26 games and his average is so high because you just saw कि पिछले इसी ओवर में उन्होंने विकेट के दोनों जानिब बॉल कराई, शॉर्ट बॉल्स कराई. तो एवरेज हाई होने की वजह जो है, 80 से ऊपर होने की वजह जो है कि इनकंसिस्टेंसी इन हिज बॉलिंग. और अब अराउंड द विकेट आए वो गेम की उन्होंने शान मसूद को. इस दफा शान मसूद ने बड़ा रिस्पेक्टफुली उनको खेला और कोई रन हासिल नहीं हुआ. और स्कोर जो है वो इस वक्त 64 for 1 है. पाकिस्तान ने अच्छी रिकवरी की है. एक विकेट पाकिस्तान की जो थी वो दे लॉस्ट दैट विकेट व्हेन द स्कोर वाज ओनली 2. सो उसके बाद अच्छी पार्टनरशिप लगाई. दोनों एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर्स हैं, अजहर अली और उनके साथ शान मसूद. बहुत ही कुछ बेहतरीन शॉट्स भी हमें देखने को मिली चिशी साहब.
Very nice shots, we were talking about them. The current run rate is 4.31. Which is very good for Test cricket. And another lovely shot. This is on the other side of the wicket. Goes down towards the extra cover boundary. 4 runs. Beautiful cover drive by Shan Masood. Very silky, very authoritative, and very confident and very productive. It's 4 more runs to him and gets 4 more runs to Pakistan. He goes on to 47, that's Shan Masood, and Pakistan move on to 68 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of that over from Rover.
जी हाँ, शायद बॉलिंग चेंज अब हमें देखने को मिले. और जो स्पिनर हैं इनके तजुल इस्लाम, वो भी काफ़ी अच्छे बॉलर हैं. काफ़ी टेस्ट मैच उन्होंने खेल रखे हैं और विकेटें भी उन्होंने काफ़ी हासिल कर रखी हैं. और अब एक जो स्पिनर्स हम हमेशा से देखते रहे, अच्छे स्पिनर्स शाकिब हैं और उसके पहले रज़ाक थे। तो स्पिनर्स ने हमेशा बांग्लादेश की जो बॉलिंग लाइनअप है उसको एक तरीके से लीड किया है, जिस वक्त उनके पास बहुत सीजन्ड फास्ट बॉलर्स नहीं भी थे। तो ताजुल इस्लाम के बारे में आपको बताएं कि लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर और 24 मैच खेले, 99 विकेट्स ले रखी हैं, उनकी एवरेज भी काफी अच्छी है, 31.04 उनकी एवरेज है। तो ये लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर अब आ रहे हैं, तो आपको लगता है इस विकेट पर कुछ हेल्प मिलेगी उनको?
Well, Haris Sohail did get one or two to turn and also to pop up a bit, and so this boy Tajul Islam may be of similar category. Let us see what happens, but I think we've got two very experienced batsmen, very fine batsmen against him at the moment. We've got Shan Masood in tremendous form, and of course Azhar Ali, who always looks in good form. At times he has been out cheaply, rather unlucky at times. Tajul Islam, bowling from the media center end, it's the end from where we are commentating. He's going to go a left arm round the wicket, and he's going to go past the umpire Nigel Long. He is getting ready. Fielders are in position. Tajul Islam comes and bowls, and this time Azhar Ali drives very softly, very gently. The ball sails into the extra cover area where it's fielded, and there is no run.
I'm pretty surprised that both sides didn't play the off spinner, because against the left-handers, they're pretty good. Pakistan also has two left-handers. In comes Tajul Islam, bowls to Azhar. Azhar plays it softly towards the cover region, and there's no run. तो दोनों sides ने opt किया कि वो off spinner को ना खिलाएं, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान के पास भी हारिस रऊफ और शान मसूद दो तो टॉप ऑर्डर में हैं लेफ्ट हैंडर्स, और बांग्लादेश के पास तो काफी 4 या 5 लेफ्ट हैंडर्स हैं। और ताजुल इस्लाम आए, गेंद की ड्राइव किया और फील्ड किया डीप में और 1 रन हासिल किया। अजहर अली ने बॉल गई थी लॉन्ग ऑफ पे, और इससे अब स्कोर जो है बढ़ता हुआ पहुंचा 69 for 1।
Who is the off spinner which Bangladesh have in their squad?
They have a couple of players, and I'll just let you know कि जो off spinners हैं, लेकिन उनके leading spinner जो है ताजुल इस्लाम ही है, लेकिन I will just give you a name.
In comes Tajul Islam now. He's going to bowl over the wicket to the left-handed Shan Masood. The score is 69 for the loss of 1 wicket. We are in the 16th over. Tajul Islam comes in, left arm over, and bowls to Shan Masood, who comes forward, quietly forward, sedately forward. Gets his right foot well down to the pitch of the ball, smothers any spin there is in it, and plays it back to Tajul Islam, who from his follow-through picks up, walks back to the top of his mark. He turns. He comes running in now, or rather just jogging in, and bowls to Shan Masood. Shan Masood drives down towards deep mid-on, and the batsman crosses over for a single, taking the score to 70 for 1. That was the 5th ball of the 16th over, so the run rate going up, and Shan Masood is 49 not out. Azhar Ali in the meantime going to face up to Tajul Islam, who comes in and bowls. He comes forward. Azhar Ali plays it back to the bowler. That's the end of the 16th over, and Pakistan replying to 233 of Bangladesh are 70 for 1. 49 to Shan Masood, 19 to Azhar Ali. The batsman out, Abid Ali without scoring.
जी हाँ, अर्ली विकेट मिल गई थी बांग्लादेश को, और उस वक्त ऐसा लग रहा था कि शायद बांग्लादेश पाकिस्तान पे मजीद दबाव डाल सके, लेकिन अजहर ने और शान मसूद ने बहुत ही अच्छी पार्टनरशिप लगाई, बहुत खूबसूरत स्ट्रोक्स भी खेले इस पार्टनरशिप के दौरान, और पाकिस्तान की पोजीशन को मुस्तहकम किया। और अब ऐसा लग रहा है कि पाकिस्तान की जो पोजीशन है उसको अगर ये पार्टनरशिप मजीद आगे जाती रहेगी तो पाकिस्तान की पोजीशन जो है अच्छी हो सकती है, और लीड की तरफ पाकिस्तान जो है बढ़ सकता है। मीनवाइल रूबेल आए, गेंद की और 1 रन हासिल किया दोनों बैट्समैन ने, और बहुत ही अच्छी रनिंग बिटवीन द विकेट्स, सॉफ्ट हैंड से टैप किया बॉल को और 1 रन हासिल किया। 50 रन भी मुकम्मल
Abid Ali. He was caught in the slips, and everybody in the ground was expecting another ton from him. But
Well, wishful thinking, yeah, for God's sake. Wishful thinking.
Yes,
Meanwhile, Shan Masood's got to his 50, and Azhar Ali's on 19. Pakistan in reply to Bangladesh 233, which they got in the first innings,
And
are
this wicket is
71
tailor-made.
for 1. And I think I better get a better view. It's Robel continuing from the pavilion end. To Azhar goes onto the back foot, the ball coming into him. This defensively pushes at mid-off. So 71 for 1. The 17th over in progress.
And Azhar Ali is batting on 19. Middling the ball well, and this wicket is tailor-made for a long total for Pakistan here.
Well, we'll have to wait and see as we watch Robel from the pavilion end. Over the wickets to Azhar, comes forward and strokes it beautifully in towards the cover region, and that's another boundary for Azhar, another 4 runs added to the Pakistan total. Over-pitch delivery, leaning into it and driving it absolutely elegantly and picking up a 4. There is protection in the deep mid-wicket type fielder, but I mean the deep cover, I'm sorry to say. But that gap was extremely well utilized by Azhar.
Effortless shot by Azhar. Robel gets ready from the pavilion and comes in. A slip and a gully waiting for the catch. Next delivery, this time played on the on-side of the wicket and runs for a single quickly. One more run to Azhar. Azhar is middling the ball very well. Azhar moves to 24.
24 to Azhar. He's gone on to the non-striker then. It's Shan Masood now who's on strike. He's already got his 50 and a very well played 50. He's been full of confidence. And he got his 50 of 54 balls with 9 fours. Thank you, Talat, as Robel from the pavilion end to Shan once again tucks him towards the mid-wicket region. The fielder from the deep comes across and the batsman easily pick up a single.
Well, one more run to the total. 77 on the 7th. Doubly lucky. 77 for the loss of 1 wicket. Abid must be feeling sorry for offering his wicket in the slips to the bowler. He had a very good series against Sri Lanka. Everybody wanted him to score runs here at Pindi, but as Parvez was saying, it was a wishful thinking. Every day is a new day for you in test matches or in ODIs. So was the case for Abid Ali. Today was a new day, and he was out without scoring.
It's Tajul now, who's the left-arm spinner from the press media center. And nobody to blame here except Abid Ali himself. Shan Masood is on strike, keeper standing up, forward short leg, a slip. Tajul from wide of the crease, bowls to Shan, comes forward, flicks him towards the mid-wicket region. The fielder does well, diving towards his left. That's Mahmoodullah. And cuts off what certainly could have been a single. As Tajul walks back to the top of his bowling mark. Short run up. Number 12 at the back of his shirt. Moves away. Tosses that up and very watchful there. That's been his strength today. He's been very watchful on deliveries which are attacking the stumps and very harsh on the deliveries which have been pitched short or have the width in them.
Wicketkeeper glued to the stumps, a slip and a forward short leg waiting close to the bat, waiting for the catch, and Taj goes away from the media and left arm leg spinner. And flighted delivery, this time driven the on side of the wicket towards long on. One more run to the total, one more run to Shan Masood. He has played brilliantly well. This wicket is offering no assistance to bowlers, so it's a good batting wicket, and Shan Masood fully capitalizing on that.
For Azhar now, who's on strike to Tajul, has gone from round the wickets. Keeper up, slip, forward short leg. Just walks a couple of steps, tosses that up to Azhar, comes forward, drives again elegantly, but there is protection in the deep. At the long off region, the batsman just trot across for a single. That single now takes Pakistan on to 79 for 1. Azhar Ali on to 25.
Azhar has been middling the ball very well. Coming in line of deliveries, Taj for his next delivery. Licks his fingers and goes away. Balls and Shan Masood tucks it on the onside. The ball goes to long on once again and
In elegantly, but there is protection deep at the long off region. The batsman just trot across for a single. That single now takes Pakistan on to 79 for 1. Azhar Ali on to 25.
Azhar has been middling the ball very well. Coming in line of deliveries, Taj for his next delivery. Licks his fingers and goes away. Balls and Shan Masood tucks it on the onside. The ball goes to long on once again and another single to Shan Masood.
So there are plenty of gaps, and of course the fielders are in the deep, are fairly deep, so that gives ample for opportunities to the batsmen to pick up runs there. There is a backward point, a sweeper right at the boundary in the covers, an extra cover and a deep mid-off on the offside for Azhar Ali. Mid-on, a mid-wicket, and a man at the square leg boundary. So plenty of gaps available to Azhar, and that's exactly what Tajul Islam is trying to do, is tempting the batsman to go for their shots as he moves from round the wickets to Azhar, comes forward to that ball, comes to the pitch of that delivery, just defensively pushes it on the offside. That's the end of the second over ball by Tajul Islam.
For those who are joining us now, score is 80 for the loss of 1 wicket. The bowling analysis of Bangladeshi bowlers: Ibadat 6 overs, 1 maiden, no wicket for 35. Abu Jayed 6 overs, no maiden, 1 for 15. Pretty economical. And Rubail 4 overs, 1 maiden, no wicket for 23. Tajul Islam 2 overs, no maidens, no wicket for 5 runs.
Ibadat was pretty expensive in his fifth over. He went for 19 runs. Therefore, 6 overs, none for 35. I mean, he was very plundered in that particular over, and where he had changed his ends. He'd come to ball from the press box end. It's Rubail to continue bowling his fifth over. None for 23 of the 4 that he's already bowled. Moves in over the wickets to Shan. Once again, Shan Masood, no problem, just tucks it towards the deep square leg region. The batsman walk across for a single. So that single now takes Pakistan on to 80. 80 for 1 in reply to Bangladesh score of 233.
This right-left combination is creating some problems for the fielding side. Rubail is getting ready to bowl to Azhar Ali, who is relaxing a bit at the batsman's end. Long slip, then there is a gully, then deep backward point right on the boundary line, short extra cover and wideish mid-off. In comes Rubail and balls on the leg stump this time, driven towards mid-wicket and no run as the ball is fielded there. Then on the onside we have got a wideish mid-on and long leg just to the left of commentary position, loitering there, and Rubail goes back once again.
The solitary slip, the gully, keeper standing back. They've been waiting for the outside edge. Of course, Abid Ali provided the keeper that opportunity early on. As this one comes into the batsman, half cocked there. Azhar just pushes it towards the fielder at mid-off. The score remains at 81 for 1. Abid Ali back to the pavilion when the score was 2. That's in the very second over of Pakistan's innings.
So 79 runs partnership between these two for the second wicket.
Well, that's what all partnerships are about. The bigger the partnership, the larger the total on the scoreboard is. Rubail in. This time once again, a good delivery coming into the batsman, very watchful there as Ali just pushes it once again in towards the mid-off region.
And Pervez, the wicket has lost the tinge of grass which it had got yesterday.
Well, the sun has been shining brightly since yesterday, even today. Then, of course, it was rolled with a heavy roller. Whatever little grass is there, it's pressed deep into the pitch.
And Rubail gets ready for his next delivery. Long slip waiting for the catch on the leg stump, driven towards the wideish mid-on. No run there, so there is a gully also, a fielder right at a deep backward point. and then short extra cover, and mid-off, and mid-on, mid-wicket and long leg. This is the field for you. Wicket-keeper standing well behind the stumps, and Robel is polishing the ball on his flannels. Gets ready for his next delivery. Not a big crowd here, but sizable one. In he comes, and bowls. And this one coming in, and it drives. It wanted to pick up the gap between mid-on and mid-off. And in fact, off the hand, ball ricochet to mid-off fielder, and one more run to the total.
That's also the end of that over by Robel. At the end of that over, Pakistan 82 for 1. And obviously, these two will try their best to stay on till lunch, which is about half an hour away. And obviously, when they stay there for till lunch, more runs will be added, and somewhere close to 120, 25 will be Pakistan's total. That will be a good total at lunchtime for Pakistan. Remember, this is the first session of the second day's play. Meanwhile, Taj will continue from the press media end, from round the wickets to others. Keeper up, slip in position. Quicker delivery, and paddle sweeps that doesn't really connect. Takes it on the pad, the ball just rolls onto the onside. The score remains at 82 for 1.
Azhar batting on 26, and Tajul from round the wicket. A deepish gully or backward point, you can say. Off he goes, Tajul. And balls. This one coming in, it goes on the back foot and thumps it through the covers. Ball is racing towards the boundary. There is a sweeper there right on the boundary line. And the batsmen pick up 2 runs.
Well, that's what exactly I was pointing out earlier on, that the fielders in the deep are right at the boundary line. And there's this gap between backfoot point and cover. So every time you play it with soft hands, there's a possibility of picking at least 2 runs there as Tajul. Round the wickets to Azhar. Quicker delivery once again, goes on to back foot, but this time plays it straight to the fielder at extra cover. And there's no question of the batsman picking up a run there.
Taj, well, he has got the ball with him, and gets ready from the media end to Azhar Ali, the right-handed batsman. Off he goes, round the wicket, and bowls, and this one coming in and very cautiously played by him.
Well, he was pretty wise in letting that go, because he tossed that one up in the air, and wanting him to drive and play it uppishly. But Azhar, of course, a very experienced batsman, one of the Pakistani batsmen to have 300 runs in an innings under his belt, as Tajul moves away. Outside the off stump once again, tempting him to go for that cut, because he's got a slip in position. He's got a man at backward point, but very watchful Azhar. The Pakistan skipper, he realizes the responsibility on his shoulders, especially with the dismissal of Abid Ali very early on. Tajul turns around. A good delivery from him, attacking the stumps. Very watchful Azhar there, just defensively pushes it down the track. The end of that over from Tajul Islam. So he's now bowled 3 overs, none for 7.
Couple of deliveries were outside the off stump, forcing the batsman to cut the ball, but Azhar was very watchful and cautious not to go for the cut shot, because there was a slip waiting for the catch. That ends Tajul's over, and now we have to see whether are they continuing with the Robel or some bowling change.
One of the skippers having a word with a couple of players, so they'll have to decide, because at the moment the Pakistan batsmen are dominating the Bangladesh bowlers. They've not been really able to have any impact on either Shan Masood or Azhar.
Shan is batting on 54 elegant runs. Now, in fact, having a stroll towards forward short leg region, comes back to his crease, looks around at the field on the onside. He is a lovely onside player, and goes back to his crease and waits for the bowler.
Abu Jahid now has replaced Robel from the pavilion end.
In he comes.
From
change of end for him. And on the off stump, very cautiously driven towards the mid-off.
slip, a gully, man right at the boundary at deep point, right at the boundary, then an extra cover mid-off on the offside for the left-handed Shan Masood. As Abu Jaid turns around at the top of his bowling mark, moves in, he gathers momentum, passes the umpire, bowls to Shan, comes forward, drives. But once again, the fielder moving very quickly from the covers to his left, cuts what could have been a single. And the onside is a mid-on, a mid-wicket, a man at the long leg boundary, and there was one at deep square leg who's been moved towards the mid-wicket region. So obviously they're expecting him to bowl a couple of short deliveries to Shan Masood, who's been excellent in pulling those.
Abu Jaid in his first spell, 6 overs, no maidens, 1 wicket for 15. So this is just a change of ends for him. Getting ready, doing some limbering up exercises to bowl to Shan Masood. In he comes and bowls, and this time he stretches forward and plays it back to the bowler.
He's still very watchful to those deliveries which are attacking the stumps. Obviously, that's one of the reasons that he's not only played a very fine innings, he's already got to his 50. He's on 54 at the moment. Pakistan are 84 for 1 in the 21st over being bowled in the Pakistan innings. Still 149 runs behind Bangladesh's 233. Abu Zaid bowling his 7th over. The first from the pavilion end.
And here he comes to Shan Masood. And bowls this time once again attacking the off and middle stump. He stretches forward and plays it back to the bowler. Well, as Parvez was telling you, Shan Masood is very watchful because he wants to stay at the wicket, and his innings is a mixture of aggression and good defense. On the other end, Azhar Ali is stroking the ball well. This is an added responsibility he has got on his shoulders. Being the captain of the side, he wants to get involved in this big partnership for the second wicket. Pakistan lost first wicket too quickly, and Abu Jaid, here he comes from pavilion end and bowls to Shan. Shan stretches forward, this one coming in and driven to extra cover.
Well, like we were talking of Shan, he's been very watchful to the deliveries which are attacking the stumps coming into the batsman, and very aggressive as far as those short pitch deliveries are concerned, or the balls which have got the width. And he's taking the full toll of the Bangladesh bowlers. None of them have really had an impact on Shan Masood as he turns around from the pavilion end. Abu Jaid from round the wickets. This time he tucks him towards the mid-wicket region. The fielder from the deep runs across. The batsmen have taken one. They're going back for the second. And once again, it's primarily because the fielder in the deep is right at the boundary line. So you play with soft hands, you play in the gap. They're easy 2 runs every time.
Well, there were too many fielders on the onside protecting the boundaries. It looked as we were watching a T20 because the fast medium bowler was in action, Abu Jaid, and 3 fielders were on the boundary line on the onside. Well, in the previous over we saw a cover drive from Azhar Ali, and there was a sweeper cover fielding there and ended up in a couple of runs for the batsman. So it's a test match, but it has got a flavor of a T20 or ODI.
Well, Tajul continuing from the press media end, 3 overs, none for 7 before that. The forward short leg has been removed now. Keeper standing up, a slip, backward point, man right at the boundary in the sweeper position, short cover, extra cover, deep mid-off. Away he goes, tosses that up to Azhar, comes forward, just pushes it down the track. The bowler in his follow-through picks it up, rubs the ball on his flannels, gets back to the top of his bowling mark.
And Tajul is in his 4th over, goes away around the wicket to Azhar Ali, the right-handed batsman. Flighted delivery, lunges into it and driven once again straight to sweeper cover position. 1 more run to Azhar.
You see, he stroked it harder this time. Therefore, the ball traveled towards the fielder pretty quickly, and the batsman could just pick up a single. But that's exactly what Tajul is trying to tempt Azhar Ali into doing. He's tossing the ball up, tempting him to go for that drive, perhaps mistime it. But so far, so good for Pakistan. They're still there, two of them came together when Abid Ali went back to the pavilion to score at 2. From over the wickets to Shan Masood, who flicks him towards square leg. The fielder very quickly moving towards his right, cuts off what could have perhaps been a single. So since the loss of Abid Ali, the score was 2. It's moved on to 97 now.
For left-handed Shan, Tajul starts bowling over the wicket. Next delivery driven towards the short mid-wicket. There is no run. Well, lone slip there, then there is deep backward point right on the boundary line, extra cover, then wideish mid-off. Then there is short mid-wicket, an orthodox mid-wicket, deep long on the boundary line, next driven towards mid-wicket position, one more run to the total. Shan Masood is in fact on 57, and Pakistan's total moves to 88 for the loss of 1 wicket. First wicket fell at the score when the scoreboard showed 2 runs on the board, and Taj for his next delivery. Once again round the wicket to Azhar flicks it nicely towards deep backward square leg. 1 more run to him. They just walk across for a single. Score moves to for the loss of 1 wicket, and this partnership has brought 87 runs on the board. Not a big crowd, but people might be pouring in shortly because it's a holiday here, and people might get up after the lunch and come to the cricket stadium. And as next over is going to commence for continuation of running commentary, over to Chishti Mujahid and Faisal.
बहुत शुक्रिया सैरी साहब, और एक बहुत ही शानदार पार्टनरशिप पहली विकेट के जल्दी गिर जाने के बाद शान मसूद और कप्तान अजहर अली पाकिस्तान का स्कोर बढ़ाते हुए 89 तक ले आए हैं और एक ही खिलाड़ी आउट हुआ है। बहुत ही खूबसूरत दिन है यहाँ पे रावलपिंडी में। सूरज अपनी पूरी आबोताब के साथ चमक रहा है और जो सुबह की खुल्की थी वो आहिस्ता आहिस्ता खत्म होती जा रही है और बहुत ही खुशगवार दोपहर शुरू हुआ चाहती है। नए ओवर के आगाज के साथ सामने के एंड से अजहर अली ने इसको खेल दिया बैकवर्ड पॉइंट की जानिब 4 रन के लिए। बहुत ही खूबसूरत टाइमिंग, बाहर गिरा हुआ बॉल था, विकेट मौजूद थी, अजहर अली ने इसको लेट खेला और पॉइंट के फील्डर के पास से होती हुई गेंद बाउंड्री लाइन के बाहर। खूबसूरत स्ट्रोक अजहर अली का। कमेंट्री बॉक्स में खुश आमदीद चिश्ती साहब।
Thank you very much. It's 93 for 1. That was a lovely shot by Azhar Ali. That ball is outside the off stump. The Britain was given. Azhar Ali's eyes must have lit up when he saw that. Got into perfect position and then steered it wide of the fielder at gully down to the deep backward point boundary for 4. Azhar Ali not out 34 now. 13 boundaries have been hit in this innings.
एज और आउट हो गए हैं अजहर अली। अगली गेंद पर ऑन दी अप ड्राइव खेलना चाहते थे साहब और वो जो बाउंस था उसकी को कोप नहीं कर सके। काफी मायूस नजर आ रहे हैं अजहर अली और सेट होने के बाद अपनी विकेट से हाथ धो बैठे खाने के वक्फे से तकरीबन 18 मिनट पहले।
That's a good wicket for Bangladesh. The captain Azhar Ali, only about 15 minutes or so before lunch, and this was a time when Pakistan didn't want to lose a wicket. This was edged. Azhar Ali trying to drive that, got the edge, and thank you very much, fielder, as Azhar Ali is on his way to the pavilion, caught by Najmul Hussain in the slips, bowling of Abu Jaid, and Pakistan at the moment 93 for the loss of 2 wickets.
कप्तान अजहर अली वापस हुए और तमाशाइयों का शोर बुलंद हुआ। बाबर आजम है नए बैट्समैन, पाकिस्तान की बैटिंग के नए सुपरस्टार, और वीकेंड का क्राउड जो कि इस बात के इंतजार में था कि उनकी बैटिंग देखने को मिलेगी खाने के वक्फे से पहले हुआ है। और पाकिस्तान की टीम एक बेहतर पोजीशन में थी, लेकिन कप्तान अजहर अली एक रैश स्ट्रोक खेलकर आउट हुए। थोड़ा सा रश ऑफ ब्लड था चिश्ती सर।
I think so. He was going well, and I think after that boundary, he probably got just a bit carried away. Maybe also he had a bit of an awkward bounce there because he went for the drive, and got an edge, and Najmul Hussain took a fairly regulation catch in the slips to send back the Pakistan captain. The crowd, by the way, has grown since we started commentating. The sun has shone brighter, which means the temperature has gone from 8 to 14, which is making it very salubrious morning in Rawalpindi. Perfect day for cricket. It's a weekend here, Saturday and Sunday, so we expect large crowd. I'm sure the Pakistan Cricket Board, the facilities which now they have at the Rawalpindi Stadium, improving from what they used to be some months ago, if I can say that, maybe a year ago or so. Vast improvements, not only in Rawalpindi. I haven't been to Lahore or Multan, but I'm told that Multan's always been a very good stadium. I like Multan, the Multan Stadium. But the Karachi Stadium also has had a lot of facelift and a lot of revamping and reconstruction. They haven't got another lift as yet. They only got one lift. In comes Jed and goes to Babar Azam outside the off stump. Babar Azam leaves it alone and it goes into the wicketkeeper's hand gloves. Yes, Karachi has one lift, by the way, and they also have a gate, which I've been telling you about turnstile. I keep sounding like a broken record that we must have turnstile.
So
and
do
they
I.
spent a lot of money, Shah Faisal, we spent a lot of money in, I mean the Pakistan Cricket Board, spent a lot of money in revamping and facelifting the National Stadium Karachi and the facilities, but the gate remains the same. I remember I couldn't get through it with ease in my younger days, and it remains the same because I probably, instead of losing weight, I've gained a bit of weight. And they have that, it is the turnstile without the meter. You must come there and have a, you've been to National Stadium?
I have played in National Stadium.
Oh
Karachi,
yes, you
but
must have.
A long time
Yeah,
ago.
but playing is different because then you're sort of a VIP when you're playing.
I haven't watched the game in Karachi from the stands, but I have watched many games at this Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium
Yes.
from almost all the stands as a spectator. I've
I
been
know,
a ball
yes.
picker.
You have? Good. In comes Jed and bowls again, and this time Babar Azam very stylishly placed out onto the onside. It's 93 for 2, and we are in the 23rd over in reply to Bangladesh's 233. Yes, Karachi. I watched my first match in Karachi, the test match. It was in 1955 from the ladies' stand because I was 10 years old at that time, and we could go to. I went with my mother. That was against when Pakistan played against India. The first test match to be played on the National Stadium, Karachi. In comes Abu Jaid and bowls again outside the off stump, and Babar Azam leaves it alone, lets it go through to the wicketkeeper. 93 for 2. I think there is a record which is wrongly mentioned at times. The first test match, official test match in Pakistan. Do you know where it was played?
I think the one that I remember, I think it's in Bahawalpur, Drunk Stadium.
You're quite right. That was in West Pakistan. The first one was played at Dhaka. That was against India in 1955. And then it was the same series, Drink Stadium, Bahawalpur, second test match. Then the Lawrence Gardens, Lahore, the third test match. Then Baghi Jinnah, Baghi Jinnah, Lahore, yes. Yeah, Baghi Jinnah, Lahore. And then there was the Peshawar Stadium, Peshawar Municipality
Club-
Ground or something.
club ground?
No, the club ground was at Pindi. Okay,
Services ground, I think.
covered it. What about? Yes. Well, you're still younger than I am, but so anyway. So yeah, it was then in Peshawar, the fourth, and the fifth one was played at the National Stadium, Karachi.
And that's the one you watched.
And yeah, that's the one which I watched. So I mean, Talat and I have been watching these things together, and probably he's grown younger, I've grown older.
You both look immaculately smart. I have
I
to say
know.
that.
I owe you a dinner, I know, because you've been trying to get that out of me for some time. Anyway.
If you remember that, there's two now.
Oh God, he's come to tell us.
Coming back to the game, Tajul Islam is bowling and Shan Masood is on strike. A very timely strike for Bangladesh though.
Very timely, I think, and must have given their morale a lot of boost. In comes Tajul Islam, bowls to Shan Masood, who's gone back into his shell. This is what Shan is all about. Very intelligently. He's, I think lunch is just round the corner. I think he must have asked Babar Azam what's on the menu. And he says, all right, keep the soup warm, hot, I'm coming.
Looking at his lean fitness, लगता है कि वो उन्होंने सैलेड के लिए कहा होगा क्योंकि बहुत ही पर्टिकुलर हैं अपनी डाइट न्यूट्रिशन और फिटनेस के लिए. अगली गेंद मिड विकेट पे खेल दिया, सीधा फील्डर के पास गई, कोई रन नहीं बना. ताजुल इस्लाम अपने ओवर के दरमियान काफी तेजी से बॉल करते हैं, ज्यादा वक्त नहीं लगाते. एक मरतबा फिर तैयार हुए गेम की और शान मसूद ने अगले कदम पे इसे दिफाई अंदाज से खेल दिया वापस बॉलर की तरफ. मिड विकेट से फील्डर आया, उन्होंने बॉल को उठाया और कोई रन नहीं बना.
Gone are the days when for lunch the players used to have biryani, korma, shirmal and shahi tukras and all that. That's all gone overboard. I think, playing for 10 years or so in England as we wait for Tajul Islam who comes in and bowls to Shan Masood, who goes forward, plays it out onto the onside. The end of the 24th over, Pakistan replying 233 and 93 for 2. That's a maiden over from Tajul Islam. So in England, during the club days, etc., did you have sort of strict food restrictions, or
Not at all at
was
club
it
level.
steak and kidney pie and things like that?
We call it the teas because they start in the afternoon.
Yes, I know.
Saturday
I
afternoon.
used to like the cucumber sandwiches and the chocolate cake.
Yeah, but the best tea was in Essex League. The best tea lady was from a club called Hornchurch, and she used to fill the tables with all kinds of food and a lot of it. And that meant that when you're going to Hornchurch, you win the toss and bat first because after
Because
lunch,
then you
after the tea, you can't.
It's all gone. Abu Jaid continuing. Comes running in, goes to Babar Azam who drives. And you can't ask for a straighter drive because it knocked off the middle stump at the other end. That's a pity. Straight drive, lovely shot, gets him no runs.
Absolutely. Beautiful stroke. और खूबसूरत शॉट था बाबर आजम का. हमेशा कोचेस की एडवाइस होती है कि आप सीधा खेलें, लेकिन अगर आप इतना ज्यादा सीधा खेलेंगे तो फिर रन कैसे पाएंगे.
इतना सीधा भी न खेले ना.
बिल्कुल. और बाबर आजम, जैसा कि मैंने कहा, एक्सपेक्टेंट क्राउड है वीकेंड का. बाबर आजम पाकिस्तान की बैटिंग लाइनअप के नए हीरो हैं. अगली गेंद ऑफ स्टंप के बाहर थी, इसे जाने दिया बाबर आजम ने. थोड़ी सी लो रही है बॉल. अगर सुबह के सेशन का जायजा लिया जाए तो ये देखने में आएगा कि बॉल में कुछ अनइवन बाउंस जरूर रहा है. जो आबिद अली जिस गेंद पर आउट हुए वो थोड़ा सा किक हुआ, इसी तरह अजहर अली भी. लेकिन बीच में जो बॉल, जिस तरह का आखिरी बॉल था, विकेट कीपर ने बिल्कुल अपने एंकल्स के बराबर इस बॉल को उठाया. तो थोड़ा सा अनइवन बाउंस है विकेट में.
Yes, I think there is a bit of variable bounce. You're quite right. As Abu Jaid comes in, moves in, up to the wicket, passes umpire Gaffney and bowls. That's a good delivery. Once again, that one rose a bit, much more than was anticipated or expected by Babar Azam. And he goes down to have what we call, look at the pitch and do what we call, I don't know why, gardening. There's no gardening going on, he just taps the pitch. Why they call it gardening, I'm not quite sure. But cricket has all sorts of funny expressions. I mean, if you can have mid-ons and silly mid-ons and short legs and long legs and slips and gullies, and so do gardening. Anyway, here is Abu Jaid, 93 for 2, up to the wicket, bowls to Babar Azam. Babar Azam solid in defense, paying a lot of respect to Abu Jaid and plays it back to the bowler. Abu Jaid so far has bowled 8 overs, no maidens, 2 for 21. Tajul Islam 5 overs, 1 maiden, none for 10. And Rubal Hussain 5 overs, 1 maiden, none for 25. Ibadat 6 overs, 1 maiden, none for 35. Abu Jaid is probably Bangladesh's answer to Shaheen Shah Afridi. In comes Abu Jaid, bowls again, once again. Babar Azam is so stylish, he looks so correct. And yet I think when he is on fire, the ball runs just to flow from his bat. But here now, he also has, I think he's read the menu before coming and ordered something special for himself. So he's going to go back and have it and come back after lunch.
कि बाबर की भी जरूर नजर होगी घड़ी पर, सिर्फ 6 मिनट का खेल बचा है खाने के वक्फे से पहले। और अबू जायद की परफॉर्मेंस इंडिया में भी काफी बेहतर रही। आउट होने वाले 6 खिलाड़ियों में से 4 को उन्होंने आउट किया, जिसमें विराट कोहली भी शामिल थे। कलकत्ता टेस्ट में अगली गेंद दिफाई अंदाज से खेल दिया बाबर ने, सीधी कवर में गई गेंद, कोई रन नहीं बना। अबू जायद का ओवर अपने इख्तिताम को पहुंचा। 93 पे 2 पाकिस्तान, शान मसूद 57 पे और बाबर आजम ने अभी कोई रन नहीं बनाया।
25 overs have been bowled, so Bangladesh will bowl probably 26 overs in the first session. Not too bad. I think they're almost with the clock. 30 overs are expected to be bowled in the 2 hours, but they won't you. If Tajul Islam bowls an over from this end, that is the media center end, we might have time for just one more over from the pavilion end. So that will be a nice 27 overs in the first session.
13.5 ओवर पर घंटे के हिसाब से, जबकि आईसीसी की रिक्वायरमेंट के मुताबिक 15 ओवर फी घंटा जो है वो रिक्वायरमेंट है इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट में, टेस्ट मैचों में। लेकिन हमें ये भी देखना होगा, जो विकेट गिरती है उसके लिए भी टाइम निकाला जाता है, जो पानी का वक्त और जो छोटी मोटी जो खेल के दौरान रुकावट होती है वो टाइम भी निकाला जाता है। ताजुल इस्लाम आए, गेंद की उन्होंने, शान मसूद ने इसे खेल दिया वापस हल्के से मिड विकेट की जानिब, कोई रन नहीं बना।
Shan Masood is not out 57. He's completed his half century fairly early on today. Babar Azam hasn't scored as yet. He's faced 13 deliveries, so he's not in any hurry. We are in the 26th over. It's the 90th to Bangladesh's 233. Tajul Islam comes in, bowls to Shan Masood and forces him deep into the crease. He goes right onto the back foot, watches the ball onto his bat, and then with the use of the wrists turns it down towards mid-wicket where it is fielded, and there is no run there. Shan Masood 57. Babar Azam hasn't scored.
ताजुल इस्लाम एक मरतबा फिर मीडिया सेंटर एंड की जानिब से लेग स्टंप से बाहर गिरी हुई गेंद थी, शान मसूद ने इसे जाने दिया। फ्री हिट थी, अगर वो हल्का सा बैट लगाते तो वो रन मिल सकते थे, लेकिन वही जब आप एक डिफेंसिव माइंडसेट में चले जाएं, एक ब्रेक के बिल्कुल नजदीक, मिलने वाली अपॉर्चुनिटी समटाइम्स ज़ाया हो जाती है, और यही हुआ। ताजुल इस्लाम एक मरतबा फिर इस दफा मिड विकेट पे गैप में खेल दिया है हल्के से और 1 रन हासिल किया। शान का स्कोर पहुंचा 58 पे। कलाइयों का अच्छा इस्तेमाल किया, सॉफ्ट हैंड्स के साथ गेंद को गैप में खेल दिया 1 रन के लिए।
4 balls have been delivered by Tajul Islam, so I have a feeling that we might just squeeze in one more over. When the over is called, then the umpires will go to their places, and the umpire at the bowling end will look on the dot. He'll say, all right, gentlemen, let's go and have some lunch. 25 overs and 4 deliveries, and if they keep doing this, changing the fielding ground, etc.,
Radio Pakistan here, bringing you this commentary from the Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium of the first Test match between Bangladesh and Pakistan. The second session is Abu Jal in Dubai.